I really thought, by the way, she was the judge was chewing his ass.
Oh, you knew
that. I thought he was going to get a lot more. And it's funny, as she's going through each conviction and what he's going to get for each one, nobody can add it up.
No, I couldn't.
Because she'd say number 1, 12 to 24, then she'd throw out number 2 and serve concurrently, okay. And then if you look online, none of the news services could add it up either. Because it says, Associated Press, O.J. Simpson sentenced to at least 33 years. The New York Times, Simpson sentenced to at least 9 years. The Washington Post, O.J. Simpson gets 15 years in prison.
Well, it's the way she was reading it was very complicated.
Well, even the attorneys sitting there, they couldn't keep track.
Kept asking questions, yeah. Like, what does that mean?
What do we get? Just add it up and give it to us. Because there's no way that O.J. was standing there able to add all that crap up in his head. I go, what?
You got a lot.
Didn't he get, it was a minimum of 6, maximum of 16?
I don't know what it is.
It's that one conviction that she said.
There was the kidnapping that had the 15-year mandatory. Well, no, it could be mandatory because he would be up for probation or parole in 5 years. So that ain't mandatory.
Yeah. Well, it's that one conviction that, whatever the word is, it's not concurrent, but it was
consecutive.
That's the one that completely threw me off, because then you have to start going, okay, well, you got to tack on 12.
Yeah, I was listening to KLLD, and Ernie and Jay, KLLD was the only station that I found anywhere that carried the sentencing live.
Yep.
And I think Mark Watkins was there. You can hear him in the background going, 15.
Here's the one
currently consecutive. Damn it. What'd he get? Bad.
See, everyone's thinking about, well, we're all wondering how long OJ's going to be in jail. Imagine what OJ's thinking, because he doesn't know either.
Well, and if she's sentencing, who was the other guy? Was it
Curtis?
It's like C.J. Stewart, I think.
Stewart. Yep. She gave Stewart his sentencing first.
Yeah.
And you know OJ's going, well, I'm getting at least that.
Well, she's in a bad mood today. It's Friday.
And I didn't realize that he had addressed the court before she did the sentencing.
Yeah.
That's not going to change anything. She still has to go back and look at all the convictions. And she's got to throw out what the law dictates. It's not really a border. I don't think it's a gray area in Nevada.
No. He just thought maybe he'd talk her out of it. You know.
No.
Always love Nevada.
Oh, he's
got money here.
Let me see if yeah, here it is.
I stand before you today, sorry. Somewhat confused.
I'm confused because I cut people's heads off and got away with it.
I feel like apologetic to the people of the state of Nevada. I've been coming.
As crude job as it is. I ain't cut nobody's head off. Prison, ain't nothing in California.
Don't you all get on the same page?
Don't you guys read the same books?
In Nevada since 1959. I worked summer jobs here for my uncle.
Well, we're glad you like it here.
I'm 60 and 61, and I've been coming ever since, and I've never gotten in any trouble.
Well,
no, it's just like, well, here's my resume. Nothing's ever happened to me in Nevada.
Ever. I spent money here and done good things.
What kind of gaming state is this?
People have always been fine to me. When I came here for a wedding. I didn't come here to reclaim property. I was told it was here.
Is this the audio of the judge?
I think so.
Panel in, I stated to the group that if they were here because they wanted to punish Mr. Simpson for what had happened.
This is Judge Jackie Glass.
This wasn't the case.
It took 15 minutes before she got actually.
She knows this is her spot.
As the judge in this case, I'm not here to sentence Mr. Simpson
So I can go
for what's happened in his life previously in the criminal justice system.
Thank you.
As a judge who presides in courtrooms, in this courtroom every day, and over trials, hundreds of trials during the 6 years I've been here.
Well, you must be busy. I
have great respect for the criminal justice system.
Well, so do I.
I'm part of it.
It's been a windfall for me.
And as a judge who has taken jury verdicts for years,
I don't like them.
I respect the verdicts of my juries.
I think they're dildos.
I have to respect what happened in the case 13 years ago with Mr. Simpson.
Good.
The jury decided. There are many people who disagree.
I don't know. I know she had to address this just so nobody could go back and go, all right, part of the sentencing was based on what he did back in the 90s. But you've already got the way the laws are drawn in Nevada. She really couldn't just go, all right, jabbing.
Cut to the chase in this one. But again, it's her 15 minutes of fame. She knew this is it.
And so that's exactly what she used. It took her about 15 minutes to finally get to Stewart, start sentencing him. And each time she threw it out, in OJ's head, I'm getting that one, too. No way, I'm going to get off on this. I'm going to cut her head off.
I agree with that verdict. But that doesn't matter to me.
I'm not a robber. I'm naval lit.
What matters to me is that the state brought charges, a trial was conducted,
I want to go.
evidence was heard,
I got a lot of women to get laid.
testimony received,
I don't score a lot.
the jury deliberated,
I got a little.
they reached a verdict.
It's pathetic.
And I have to respect that verdict as well.
7 true lies.
That would really, if I'm sitting there waiting to go to prison for years, I don't know what's going to be years, it would really piss me off as she just lackadaisically flips over the pages. Bitch, you already know what you're going to give me. Just tell me, add it all up, and give me the total. I want the TTNL so I can get out of
Are you
here.
in a bad mood?
I'm a murderer. Most of us stay in bad moods. And she's still pausing.
There is, there's nothing more that's going to happen here other than a sentence for you, Mr. Stewart, and a sentence for you, Mr. Simpson.
Damn.
Based on the evidence that occurred in this case. I'm not here to try.
And the only pisser about this is really you got thugs robbing thugs, and OJ's really the only one that got popped along with a couple of other his cohorts.
Yeah.
Nobody else on the other side. And they probably stole a lot of those things from OJ.
Sure, not the point. You can't go get your own stuff back.
Bitch, I know that. I seen the news.
And cause any retribution or any payback for anything else. I want that to be perfectly clear to everyone.
Whatever.
Because if I did, then I wouldn't be doing my job as a judge who presides over a courtroom in this jurisdiction.
And I know OJ's wanting to say, I'm sitting in the car listening to it going, get on with it. Just tell me what he's got. And don't break it down in a bunch of numbers because I ain't going to be able to figure it out. And obviously none of the news outlets could figure it either.
No.
Get 9, you get 16. They killed him in court.
Most legal experts I have seen said she actually kind of took it pretty easy on him because she could have made those sentences run consecutively.
Now, as she was leading up to it, and she was making it clear, none of the sentencing is going to be based on anybody you killed in the past. To me, that said he was going to get hit with everything she could, and obviously she didn't. Let me go back to him trying to beg his way out of it.
When he told me that Monday that the stuff was in Nevada, when he knew I was going to be in Nevada, I called my kids. I talked to my sisters.
And this is the only time he's ever addressed the court.
Ever.
Yeah.
I called the Brown family, and I told them I had a chance to get some of our property back. Property that over the years we've seen being...
I forget. Who's the Brown family?
Nicole, his murdered wife's family.
Oh, okay. I keep thinking about Golden. I got it.
Sold on the internet. We're seeing pictures of ours that were stolen from our home going into the tabloids. We've called the police and asked what to do. They told us what to try to do, but you can never find out who was selling it. And this was the first time I had an opportunity.
Yeah, he had nothing to lose at this point. He knew he'd already been convicted. They can't go back. As he stands up and starts addressing the court, they can't stop and ask him questions. He can't be cross-examined, so he's got nothing to lose in this situation. Got nothing to gain.
Opportunity to catch the guys red-handed who had been stealing from my family. I knew these guys.
Okay, how about a civil suit? That would have been a lot easier.
You know exactly.
A lot safer. You really have nothing to lose.
Yeah,
You get to run free.
Play golf.
he didn't want the Goldmans to have it. He even said that in that. There's audio somewhere where he said he didn't want Fred Goldman to have a dime.
Couldn't he just put in a trust for his kids? That way the Goldmans wouldn't have gotten any of it?
No.
Yeah, all right.
did think Mike Gilbert would be there. And I know, as they told me, the two guys there, that he was the one who did it. But I have no hatred for Mike Gilbert. In the past, as we know, you heard on the tape, Mike Gilbert.
Right now, only hate 12 people. They used to sit right over there. And when I get out...
Tried to set me up in a porn video. Tricked me.
Did you say porn video?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I never heard about that.
I don't recall that either. I'd like to hear more about it.
It was two guys there that he was the one who did it. But I have no hatred for Mike Gilbert. In the past, as we know, you heard on the tape, Mike Gilbert tried to set me up in a porn video, tricked me into a room with hidden cameras. And they still wrote in the newspaper and the tabloids, they still had cover stories that O.J. did it, even though there was no...
I never heard that story. And it's, if I understand it, he's talking about some guy in the past he's dealt with that tried to trick him into things. Was he dealing with him again in this case?
I guess he's part of the equation, but
Because if he was part of the equation, then you're still boo-boo to fool for still hanging out with that clump.
porn video, even though I didn't participate in it. I forgave Mike. I yelled at him, and I forgave him just like I yelled at Bruce and Beardsley, and I've forgiven them. We've talked about it, Beardsley and I, the next day, and Bruce and I've hugged and talked about it. His kids have called me since this. We've apologized to each
sound
other.
like the state of
the
Nevada
only
is
person
forgiving.
I requested to help me here was Mr. Stewart. I did request him. I needed his car. I asked him if he had some guys to help me remove these things from the room.
It's just his wording. Remove these things from the room.
Gently, slowly.
Surgically, if necessary. We okay, Cliff?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't ask anybody to do anything but to stand behind me, allow me to yell at these guys, and then help me remove those things. And if they wouldn't let me remove them, we would call the cops on them.
He said he'd already called the cops and they weren't going to do anything. So, and now, why do you think that the police would react?
You know, something's happening that the cops could respond to. The cops aren't going to show up. Dude, really?
Well, it goes back to it's a civil case, and why he thought he could skirt the criminal system and beat this one. I don't care what you skated in the past. You know, somebody's got a heart on you for someplace, and if you already knew the cops weren't going to help you recover this all these items, and then when they picked him up, they said, L.A. screwed up. We're going to get this one right. You might as well just set up camp.
Because I felt that they were wrong. They had turnover orders, and they hadn't turned over some of these things that were both garnishable and things that were not garnishable. I didn't want them to yell at them. I think Mr. McClintock in a previous trial said that I didn't ask them to yell at anybody. Unfortunately, they did, and I believe it was my fault because I brought them there. And I
like the way he tries to address the rest of it at the end. And I who was the guy he robbed?
Fromage and...
Fromage was the one with the beard?
Yeah.
Okay. I even called him afterwards. Hey, if there's any of the stuff that I got that's really yours, I'll bring it back. So we're square?
I knew the character of a couple of the guys that were there, and it was my fault that they were there. But in no way did I mean to hurt anybody, to steal anything from anyone. I spoke to Bruce before I left the room. He told me what was his. And I called him, and I got to the car and I said, exactly what do you have? I want to send it back to you. I talked to the police officers. I volunteered immediately to come back, show them what was taken, and to tell them what took place.
Well, that was all right after they already picked you up.
It's always a good time to call the cops and say, whatever you guys want.
I want to give this stuff back.
Before anybody talked to the police, I was...
And not one head did I cut off. L.A., obviously you get 2 free.
First guy to volunteer to do it, and I heard on the tapes that they thought I was stupid for doing it. But I didn't want to steal anything from anybody.
You're stupid. That's the only reason he really deserves any jail time is he's just an absolute buffoon. And the egotism, is that right?
Yeah.
That goes along with it. I'm OJ. I'm Teflon. Not no more.
Well, that's what the judge said. You know, you're either egotistical
Well, she called him both.
Yeah, you're both.
Oh. What is line one?
He heard a different report about the amount of years that OJ's going to get.
Of course.
Yeah, David.
Hey, what's going on, Russ? They've got on Fox News, they said he serves a minimum of 9 and he maxes out at 33.
Well, that's what most of the news services, they ran from 9 to 15 to 16 to 33, so I figured it was someplace in there.
Yeah, they said it would be 6, but the 2 assault counts have to run consecutively. So he has to do 9 because the 2 assault counts.
9 mandatory.
Mandatory minimum 9 before he's eligible for parole, but they said he's not going to be out before a decade.
Okay, I think what I heard earlier, they got wrong. They thought it was going to be 6 mandatory. Would have been 5, but that was based on the kidnapping. Kidnapping at 15, you could be eligible for parole in 5, but then they tacked on, I guess, the gun or whatever. That made it another mandatory year, so he had at least 6. I don't know what he's got. It ain't me, so I don't give a rat's ass.
Buddy, I don't think anybody there said I wanted anybody else's stuff. Just my own. I wanted my daughter, who Miss Brown gave her mother's wedding ring, stolen. You know, my kids who had pictures, my own.
Okay, these are dandy stories. I don't know why the judge I think he goes 4 minutes total here. Why the judge let him talk more than 3 or 4 seconds. You said you're sorry. I got it. You look remorseful. You also look pitiful. And you look good and shamed. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw the rest of this out. It's not going to change anything I'm going to do as a judge. You rant for another half hour. In fact, you can rant for at least 9 years.
Oldest son has his own family now. He wanted the picture in the Oval Office with Gerald Ford when he was 5 years old. Stolen. All of these things are gone. My family knew what we were doing.
What'd you care about a picture with Ford?
Yeah, you're not making a good case here.
And I don't want to hurt Bruce. I didn't want to hurt any of these guys. I know these guys. These guys have eaten in my home. I've done book reports with their kids. I sung to their mothers when they were sick. You know,
Never once did I cut into her.
It's just his entire timeline. I used to come to Nevada in 1961. Work on the farm. Wow. And I really just come to live. You get another farm.
I wasn't there to hurt anybody. I just wanted my personal things, and I realized I was stupid of me. I am sorry. I didn't mean to steal anything from anybody, and I didn't know I was doing anything illegal. I thought I was confronting friends and retrieving my...
Is he really that stupid, or is he just using this as a last-ditch effort?
I think
he obviously has to be that stupid. Because he knew that Fromage was going to call the cops as soon as this was over.
I don't think he's that stupid. I think he's just trying to look as pathetic and sad as possible to, garner some semblance of leniency from the judge.
Well, it sounded like he got something, because really, as she set the stage, I thought she was just going to slap him with life on every count. I don't know legally what she could give him, but the way she prefaced it, you knew something bad was just about to happen.
Property. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all of it. But all the other guys except Mr. Stewart volunteered. They wanted to go. Mr. Stewart is the only person that I asked.
And I'll at least give him credit for standing up for the other guy and saying he was there because I asked him, not he didn't volunteer like the other guys.
Well, here's the problem is Stewart still could have said, no, I'm going with you. I've seen you when you get twisted. You're very excitable.
Don't want to be with you today. That's okay. I have a call.
Possibly when you go and do something else. I'll see how you handle this one.
I'll be available for the next engagement.
Because right now, your track record is a little scampy. How long before we need a break?
About a minute.
Yeah. I think that's all of it here. We'll listen.
Would he come to help me? All the rest of them.
Okay, that's all I got. And it really doesn't do any good standing up for Stewart. Well, I asked him to come. Well, he still could have denied. No, not for me. This is really something I don't want to be involved in. Normally, I like to see people all in one piece.
That would make my day.
I don't even like watching the movie Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I'm not going anywhere with you. All right, we'll be back.
The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show. Russ, who is impervious to all that surrounds him. Now, 214-787-1053.
Okay, Daniel, what do you got?
All right, this first check of traffic is brought to us by Toyota of Richardson and the Music and Arts Center. Right now, I actually do have one wreck to let you know about in Allen, 75 northbound before you get to Bethany Road. You have an accident on the right shoulder, and it's actually right there on the frontage exit, so it's not really too bad of a delay. On the other hand, someone thought 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon would be a perfect time to start doing road construction and closing down lanes everywhere. Right now in Dallas, 35 southbound between Commonwealth and Inwood, you have road construction that has the right lane blocked. To back up is to Mockingbird. And then also 35 southbound at Oaklawn, making that situation worse. You have a disabled vehicle blocking the right lane there. In Fort Worth, 820 westbound at Beach Street, you have the off-ramp closed for road work. And in Plano, 75 southbound at Parker Road, the 2 right lanes are closed by a large duck's bed. Apparently, Pat Summerall sleeping in the road. I don't know why you're laughing, because when old people get tired, they just set up shop and nap. There's your first check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Stop it. Okay.
What?
Enough. Duck's I shouldn't see that one coming. Okay, 30 for the low. Gonna be cold tonight. 30 for the low. 60 tomorrow. We're at 46 now. At 105.3. Leave that poor old man alone. Dear
Summerall's sleepy. He's had a big week of ruining people's commute.
Sleep in the freeway.
How is it we ever got off on Pat Summerall to start with?
Oh, God, what was that? I don't know. I know he lives here, lives in the mid-cities.
He's working in Dallas today. We were trying to figure out. Gavin was accusing me of the death threats.
That's right.
And he said, who else in Dallas-Fort Worth would want me dead?
And you said,
Pat Summerall.
Well, if he didn't before.
All right, anything else before we get to the news?
I have some emails. Can't believe, let's see, no, don't, that one first, I want this one first. No, I want this one first. Russ, I don't understand how you could support red light cameras, but be against speeding cameras.
Oh, wait, because I speed. I don't run red lights, but I speed.
It's what is convenient for you.
Yeah.
You don't run red lights, so that doesn't affect you. You speed, of course. You're a moron. And then in a related story, 26-year-old man faces criminal charges after being accused of using a pickaxe to attack a speed enforcement camera recently installed along the Phoenix area freeway. The State Department of Public Safety said Travis Monroe Townsend was arrested and booked into jail Thursday on a charge of felony damage and misdemeanor counts of interference with the traffic control device and criminal trespass. DPS said the motorcycle officer parked under an overpass, heard this loud banging noise, saw the man swinging a pickaxe at the stationary camera, and of course the camera wasn't damaged, but it did need a new cover.
If I'm that officer, I'm like, man, I'm getting off in 5 minutes. I don't want to mess with this.
And there's too much paperwork that goes with that. I'll just go back and look at the pictures later and look at that pickaxe. You know, obviously the camera was snapping every time the pickaxe hit it.
And all that's doing is making that guy even more pissed off.
Quit flashing at me. Did they really had a speed camera in Arlington?
Oh, yeah. It was on, hold on, I know it was 303. Yeah, it was on 303.
That was only one when that guy called earlier this week and said he was taking it out every time they put up a new one with a shotgun.
They had 3 of them set up, one nearest 360, and as you went west, there was 3 of them. There were 3 of them. They were in the center. They were easy to spot. They were huge. What about 3 to 4 feet across?
Like
about
those
2 feet tall.
Old projectors you'd see in a bar.
That size.
The 3-gun.
Up on a pole right in the middle of the intersection. And they made no bones about what it was.
I wonder why they was the only city to give it a shot.
I don't know. Maybe, again, people shot
we figured out why they finally gave up on him. If that guy was really going around and whacking them all with a
Well, they were right
shotgun
there in the middle. They weren't even up on a pole or anything. They were right in the center, eye level.
What is it, Trey?
Didn't even think they were legal in Texas.
They've been squirrely about the whole thing. Again, if you make it civil, if it's a speeding ticket, but it goes to a civil court, then your Constitution doesn't come into play. I'm still okay with the red light cameras. I would absolutely be livid if I got one of those tickets in the mail.
Oh, sure.
Because you feel like I'm going to pay $75, whatever it is. I really want to spend that time with that cop because I gave the money for something.
I don't. I'm glad they shot me and let me go.
Well, a lot of people think that you get short time to the yellow lights and all of it's set up just to be a screw job. When I go to my automotive repair in Plano,
yes,
they got red light cameras all over the place in Plano.
And they pick certain areas because of...
Anyway, as soon as it hits yellow, I don't care how much time I think I got, I'm slowing down and stopping. I'm not going to run the risk. If you get short-sheeted with the yellow in Plano, I'm not going to try it.
Then it works. Pure and simple, especially if nobody's behind you and slams on their brakes.
Well, that argument that everybody else is that's against the red light cameras, well, it's causing rear-end collisions. No, it's people following too closely that's causing that. And the driver who's not paying attention to what's ahead, which is what you're supposed to do, slamming on the brakes, then you get the dildo behind you, pushing in the intersection, you get a ticket anyway.
And the research we showed this week, T-bones are down. So, you know what?
Rear-end collisions are up about 5%, but they're not as deadly. And I don't care if the reason all the cities decided to utilize this was because it was a cash cow. I don't care. Make any difference.
Just like speeding.
I started running red lights a long time ago. Speeding, not as many people die.
And they've already proven the cities, for the most part, either break even or lose money on the red light cameras.
Well, I think some of the reason they're losing cash is the state's getting a cut. And I think Dallas had to take some down because they couldn't fund the cameras anymore.
Actually, they didn't take them down. They just turned some of them off. They just don't tell you which ones they are. Which is actually smart enough on its own.
That's the thing to do.
Have the cameras pay for themselves the first few months, like they probably already have done. Then you start shutting some of them off every so often because people are still going to slow down because they don't know if it's on or not.
Well, you can also stick fake red light cameras up everywhere. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to monitor it. People are going to think it's real.
For the longest time,
but they need to do something about that flash when it goes off and takes a picture of your plate because that's freaking scary.
It's amazing. Nobody has complained about that. That's odd that nobody has, because that's the first thing I do. Get a big flash in my face, I call and go, hey, turn it off, because that's distracting. I almost hit somebody.
It's got to go into oncoming traffic. I was setting at a light, some guy blew it, the flash went off. I wasn't even thinking about a red light camera and closed right. You're sitting there, you see this big flash, you expect the DeLorean to go through the intersection.
I've never seen that. I want to go sit at a red light.
Go sit in Plano someplace. You got signs that warn you before you get up to the light, and the cameras are huge. There's no way to not know that intersection isn't monitored. Sit there on the corner and watch for a while. You got dildos that blow it all the time.
Mockingbird in Greenville's always a good one because we're coming out of Greenville Avenue and people going back to 75. Any Friday, Saturday night, that thing it'll look like a rave in the middle of the intersection.
Get some eggs and stand here in the intersection.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we need now some Susie and the Banshees.
A couple of glow sticks.
Okay. Was that it? That's the reason I don't like speeding cameras, is I speed.
Well, I know you do.
And there's not as much danger in speed. It's people driving different speeds.
So you should drive the same speed everybody else does.
I don't have time for that.
Well, then you're the one that's creating the problem.
Well, you know what? Why don't you just have different driver's license, take a different test so you can drive faster? They have that in, Germany?
No, the Autobahn.
Yeah.
Well, this ain't the Autobahn. 114 ain't the Autobahn, dude. There's two lanes.
Well, it could be.
It couldn't be. There's two lanes. There's not enough room.
Well, then do it on 635. LBJ would want it. They released new tapes of LBJ this week, didn't they?
Yeah, Nixon and LBJ, I believe.
I only heard clips of it. I didn't hear anything that was really that interesting. Nixon was running for office, and I guess Nixon was giving LBJ grief because Nixon was dealing with the Koreans, Vietnamese, dealing with them and hampering our efforts for something.
Part of the Brett Shipp report is cut number 111 on my desk, if you care.
Okay.
It's got some of the audio, but there wasn't anything dramatic. Nothing as good as his bunghole. That's the best ever.
You got the leader of the free world ordering pants.
But his balls and his bunghole.
Down here where your balls hang, I need extra room because sometimes it cut me.
Like,
I need a little extra room down here by my bunghole because it's starting to droop as I get older. Okay, this is from Channel 8.
Yeah, Brett Chip.
Here it goes.
Ted, I know what a burden you bear, but your shoulders are broad.
Talking to Ted Kennedy at this point after his brother had been killed.
Okay.
Ted, I know what a burden you bear, but your shoulders are broad. You got lots of people who love you and who want to help you. And
so you got a flat?
All these tapes sound like that.
Ted, I know what a burden you bear, but your shoulders are broad. You got lots of people who love you and who want to help you and make it as bearing and
that's really irritating.
I know it is. All of them have this little clickety-click noise.
as possible.
The LBJ tapes include
Well, it's probably because they were reel to reel.
Sure.
conversations with Richard Nixon and other various political figures about national and global politics. Among those, he's recorded speaking with then Chicago Mayor Richard Daley, who tried to assure Johnson that the revolutionaries who rioted during the 1968 Democratic Convention in Chicago would be brought to justice. Listen as LBJ decides to assign some of the blame to the media for televising the violence.
I think we're coming out. I don't think they're fooling the American people. Well, I believe that there's been a great revulsion in the country as a result of your calling their hand.
Revulsion?
There's been a great revulsion in the country as a result of your calling their hand, and I think the country...
That's what you've done in the media, is you revolted.
You don't like that word?
You don't like that? Maybe you like this word. Ow. Now, if you excuse me for a second.
Yeah.
I gotta feed Jumbo some peanuts. Sometimes you get a little flaccid when the blood sugar drops.
Televising the violence.
I think we're coming out. I don't think they're fooling the American people. Well, I believe that there's been a great revulsion in the country as a result of your calling their hand, and I think the country is for the first time has seen what the network's been doing and what they did a good job on you.
At times, LBJ is angry and profane. Other times, warm and folksy. But always, he is the LBJ that Americans knew as candid and politically astute.
Call that candid.
Now I have to feed Jumbo. Oh, hang on a second. What? I ain't got no Brazilian nuts. Where's the bunghole audio? Anybody keep that?
Yeah, it's on my flash drive. I believe it's going to be under the random clips in the LBJ folder. It's like LBJ and Joe Hager.
LBJ and Hager. Yeah, I don't want to play the whole thing. I just want to get where he talks about it. Bunghole. LBJ combo with Joe Hager. Okay. You bored with this clip?
Not at all.
Pockets, when you sit down in the chair, the knife and your money comes out, so I needed at least another inch in the pockets.
And again, he's the president. Why is he carrying change and a knife?
It was a different time. I mean, he wanted to go to the ranch, and
he's not going to be able to spend the money. It's not like they're going to let him run into a Skiller's and get something. Pull over here at Sanger Harris. Hang on a second. Get me some cookies or something.
Blood sugar low again.
Bring me back a moon pie.
Yeah. Now, another thing, the crotch down where your nuts hang.
I can't wait till President Bush's audio stuff comes out, because I have a feeling he's similar to this.
I don't think he's going to be anything like Johnson. Trey's right. It was a different time, and I don't know what kind of education LBJ had. He was in the military, right?
I believe so, but I don't know.
I never really looked to see what his history was. All I remember is he's got that thing.
The crotch down where your nuts hang is always a little too tight. So when you make them up, give me an inch that I can let out there, because they cut me. They're just like riding a wire fence. These are the best that I've had anywhere in the United States. But when I gain a little weight, they cut me under there. So leave me, you never do have much margin there. Let's see if you can't leave me about an inch from where the zipper ends, round under my, back to my bunghole.
Do we have somebody call right after we played this the first time and said, obviously, that can't really be Johnson because he used bunghole?
Yeah, I at first I didn't believe it, but these are true.
I don't believe Beavis and Butthead had the franchise on bunghole.
No.
Believe me, you never do have much margin there. Let's see if you can't leave me about an inch from where the zipper ends, round under my, back to my bunghole. So I can let it out there if I need to.
Well, I can get the TP back there. Are you threatening me?
The guy from Hager doesn't even break, like, oh no, give me a minute.
And it's too bad it took him 40-some-odd years to release these tapes, because I'm sure Hager would like to use these as some type of endorsement. I don't know if I use the actual audio. Just hear about his bunghole again, that'll do news. We okay, Chloe?
Yes.
Let's see if you can't leave me about an inch from where the zipper ends, round under my, back to my bunghole. So I can let it out there if I need to. Now, be sure you got the best zippers in them. These are good that I have.
All right, I'm done with that.
At least the good zippers so Jumbo don't get out.
I need something with a little more reinforced. Yeah. Possibly electrified, or maybe some barbed wire. Sometimes he likes to go out for a walk. Then I got to get a new chief of staff. He likes to live under the stairs. All right. Ready, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Dan. Go ahead.
All right, news is brought to us by Boomer Jacks, where Club will be tonight from 10 to midnight. That's Boomer Jacks, 183 in Central in Bedford with Chloe. Today is Friday, December 5th, 2008. Birthdays today. Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle turns 23. Jack Russell, the singer from Great White, he turns 48. The original lineup of Great White got back together in early 2007 and performed their benefit concert, not for the people killed in their concert fire, but for the Canadian SEALs.
We don't have that handy, do we? That's going to take you too long to get it. Go ahead, Dan.
And on this day in history, back in 1854, Aaron Allen of Boston patented a folding theater chair.
I believe that one was mine.
No, that wasn't on your resume. The box was on your resume, and fire was on your resume.
I think the folding chair was also on there when CB asked me for a resume. It took him 8 years to finally look and see what I wrote.
I don't think he made the folding chair.
Trey, is folding chair on my resume?
One moment, please.
Please. Read what it said.
Let's see. Russ Martin, CBS resume.
Just dump down
to your patents.
Right.
Aspartame.
Well, read what it says. I currently
hold the patents and designs for the following.
Thank you.
All right.
Aspartame.
Yes.
Tetrafluoroethylene.
What was that again?
Polymers.
Teflon.
The automobile.
Thank you.
The Braille system.
I think you know Braille.
The automatic totalizer.
What's that?
They use that in betting.
Okay.
That right?
Yeah. System that totals the investments on runners, horses, betting pools, and pays out dividends.
Thank you.
Mr. Potato Head.
What's possible?
The Zamboni.
No, you don't.
Yeah. I had to actually get the patent back on that one.
Yeah, he had to sue Frank Zamboni in 1949 and won his patent back.
Why do they still call the Zamboni? Why don't they call the Martin?
It's part of the deal.
You gave him the name, but you took the cash.
Sounds icy.
You're a nice guy.
Hey.
The drinking fountain. Buttermilk.
No.
Chili sauce. Theme parks. Charcoal briquettes.
No.
The cotton gin. Instant coffee. Pavement. The box.
No.
That's been, the residuals have been astounding.
It's one of those that you never thought would blow up as big as it did.
No.
Kevlar.
Thank you. That's for police.
Lazy Boy recliner.
That's for the firemen.
The styrofoam tampon.
That one didn't sell.
No.
Ink.
Thank you.
And fire.
I believe there's an addendum.
Yeah. And additionally, he currently holds the patents and designs for the ambulance.
No, you don't.
Sleep.
What?
Sleep.
I believe we've always had to sleep.
You're welcome.
Oh, God.
Developed the digital cotton harvesting technique.
What the hell is that?
Think about it.
Never mind.
Yeah.
God.
What else? What else do I hold the patents on?
Wow.
Nipples.
Thank you.
Steam. The right hand. Kinetic energy. The Iditarod.
What the hell's an Iditarod?
It's the greatest race. Dogs, I think.
Okay. Well, you hold the patent, you should know.
That was back in the 40s.
Okay.
Bobcat.
God made those.
Lightning bugs. Hallucinations.
My God, that's fitting.
Is that the list of my patents?
Pearl Bailey.
Thank you.
No.
Jumping. The United States patent system.
And?
Acute hepatitis. And the anus.
Oh, you owe me money. Do we need a break here? All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Contenders come and go, but there's only one afternoon champ. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
No Cuervo, no margarita. Just ain't enough good burning to
Call Russ now at 214-787-1053.
She's my little whiskey girl. Oh, she's my little whiskey girl. My ragged on the edge.
Did you or Dan pull the Sean Avery story?
Yeah. Yes.
Does it mention in the story that you pulled what he has to do during his suspension?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead, Dan.
Today, the NHL announced a 6-game suspension for Dallas Stars forward Sean Avery following inappropriate comments he made earlier this week. The league said the suspension without pay is retroactive to Tuesday's game in Calgary. The next time Avery would be eligible to play for the Stars would be December 16th when Dallas hosts the Coyotes. Avery also agreed to be evaluated for anger management.
Can't believe this.
And if necessary.
I told you when all of this blew up, before it's over, somebody's going to make him go into some type of rehab.
I cannot believe you're right. I really thought it's hockey.
Yeah, but the guy's a jerk, so they had to send him to jerk counseling.
He's beating the piss out of people on the ice. You don't want to send them to anger management.
I understand that, but they have, it's the code thing. It's like, it's okay if you kick the crap out of me on the ice. You just can't say mean things about me in the locker room.
But you understand really the whole scope of what this is. You're going to send a hockey player to anger management.
Stop.
Yeah, someone that he's armed. When he plays his sport, the stick is one thing, but he's got 2 deadly weapons on his feet.
Oh, God. He's a lot more danger on the ice, and he hasn't really done that much. And then he throws out a comment about his sloppies.
I have audio from Brett Hull talking about him admitting he needs help. 113 is that one.
He doesn't have a drinking problem. He's admitting he needs help.
Help for
What?
That's why
he made a joke. That's all it was.
But it's obviously a consistent pattern of him saying things he knows he shouldn't say in public and acting a certain way. It's not the first time. If it was, it wouldn't be that big of a story.
This wasn't racist. It wasn't really misogynistic.
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't sexist. He just said, you know what? It astounds me. I can't believe people would want actually, it's a slam on himself. Why would anybody want my sloppy seconds? Look at me.
I know, it really is. But again, obviously it's a bigger deal to them than we understand in the league.
What does Brett Hull play?
Brett Hull.
He's now the general manager. He was on the Stars. He was a winger.
Okay.
He made the first phone call to get that ball rolling, and I walked into the office in New York with him yesterday, and he was very honest with me and looked me in the eye and said, I need help, and I'm going to get it. And I said, that's good. That's the best start we can have right there.
You people got to be pissing me.
114 is the next one. Continues the same theme.
Made a joke that's not anywhere near what comedians will throw out about their women.
No, but it's
apparently no names, no actual finger pointing. Just said, you know what? This befuddles me.
Apparently, there's an unwritten rule in hockey.
Well, apparently there's something we don't know because they've turned this into an absolute catastrophe that he's going to have to go through some type of counseling for.
It's just a consistent pattern it seems to be with him of saying things that distract the team and put attention on himself.
That's just being a dick. You don't go to counseling for being a dick. Well, and you certainly don't send a hockey player to anger management.
The problem is, the
problem is it doesn't make any sense. It's absurd. I know the Stars, they've got some type of code, but when you've got a sport that is that violent, and now you're going to make one of your players go through anger management before you get back on the ice, that really speaks of buffoonery.
Well, the Stars are in a pickle because they got $15 million tied up in
I don't care what kind of pickle they're in. It still speaks of buffoonery.
And the team doesn't want them, and no one else really wants them right now either. So they're kind of stuck with them. So they're trying to do an image makeover to see if either the team will take him back or another team will become interested.
Well, even though the NHL is suspending him, that doesn't mean the Stars have to take him back. They got to pay him, but they don't have to take him back.
Correct.
All right.
Sean has admitted.
This is still Brett Hull?
Yes.
If you were to take these clips and to play them for anyone who was unaware of the story,
all right,
play that and then say, guess what the guy did?
Obviously assaulted somebody, pulled a gun someplace,
held up a string of Wells Fargos,
possibly
jack in the boxes, peed on somebody, grunt on a monument. Yes?
Sean has admitted to some problems he has in his life, and don't assume that they're drug and alcohol. That is not what it is. But he's got some issues that he's got to deal with.
Is there any more?
No, that's all that we got from Brett today.
You go back. I'll play the first clip again. Listen to that.
Okay, just forget who it is.
Totally take the story out of it.
He made the first phone call to get that ball rolling, and I walked into the office in New York with him yesterday, and he was very honest with me and looked me in the eye and said, I need help, and I'm going to get it. And I said, that's good. That's the best start we can have right there.
You wake up naked in the park. What happened with you?
Yeah, you buffoon midgets.
Oh, obviously, that's terrible. There's video on it, isn't there?
And then you go back and you play the actual clip, and you realize it puts it all into perspective that they've just gone way beyond on this.
As you said yesterday, maybe they had a hard on just for him anyway. And this is a way for them to go, all right, this is your fifth time to do something really stupid. We're going to call you on this one.
I'd like to hear what he said in the media before that got him into trouble, and if they were just looking for a reason and this was close, then I get that. But if everything he said in the past has been innocuous or borderline, I'm missing the image of hockey.
They must have just warned him, hey, talk about the game, only the game.
Well, he talked about the NHL and how it confused him. That's affecting my game. Every time I go to a new city, I know somebody's on the ice that's screwing one of my leftovers. Yes, Rich.
Hey, guys. I was just talking about, you guys were talking about the trash talk. I mean, it goes on in every sport. And, like, in the NFL, there's been multiple players talk about Joey Porter and openly call him gay. They talk about Jeff Garcia and calling him gay. And the guy's married, and this guy makes a comment about his ex-girlfriend, and they suspend him for 6 games.
Yeah, without pay. Didn't say which girlfriend, didn't say which player. It just, you knew what he was talking about, but he didn't say it, left it vague, and then everybody wants to read into it whatever they want. And you really would have thought he threw out some racial slur with bitch, gash, or dropped the C word on somebody. And now he's got to go through, and I told you when this started, thanks, Rich, he was going to have to go through rehab.
I cannot believe you're right. I thought that was so ridiculous. To say rehab and hockey. Just shut up.
Well, and that, what he's talking about with Jeff Garcia, that really wasn't everybody.
I don't know who Jeff Garcia is, and I don't really care.
Fair enough.
Who is it? Guy with Grateful Dead?
Jerry.
He was a quarterback for the 49ers with Terrell Owens. T.O. is the one who said he was gay and basically started the collapse of that team. He is since now the quarterback at Tampa Bay Buccaneers and doing quite well, but
I don't think that would be a good team to go to if people think you're gay.
I'm getting traded out. Oh, Lord. Ain't nobody on the Rams. No, that's not good either.
All right, you ready, Dan?
Yeah.
421. Dan O'Malley's here with more news.
Also, on this day in history, back in 1933, Prohibition ended at 5:32 p.m. as Utah became the 36th state to ratify the 21st Amendment.
It was such a struggle. I don't know. How long, does it say on there how long Prohibition lasted?
14 years.
It was... Organized crime just fed the distribution of alcohol, and they finally just caved in.
As they do on marijuana today.
Well, obviously they're never going to cave in on pot.
I would be surprised.
There also doesn't seem to be that big of a lobby for pot.
No, as you got, like I said, as long as you have alcohol.
Well, and who knows, if it hadn't been for the Great Depression, that may have taken longer to overturn and pass the 21st Amendment, but
the 21st
repealing Prohibition, because times are so tough, everyone's like, I want a drink.
Well, I think one of the, I don't know where it is in Dan's stack, but he's got one of the stories, says even with today's economy, bars ain't filling a pinch.
I can tell you, they're not.
I was on Channel 8 last night. Yeah, I saw that.
There was one place in Frisco.
I talked to the bartender. They talked to the owners.
Snookies.
Yeah, that was it.
They said people might order a draft instead of a bottled beer, and instead of some type of top shelf whiskey, they'll go for what is it, Chloe? You and I drink? Evan Williams. Evan Williams.
Well,
is it a Jack? A bottle of Jack is like 18. I think a bottle of Evan is what? 3?
10 or 11.
Is that just that horrible?
No, it's good. It looks just like Jack as far as the packaging.
And plus, if you're using it as a mixer anyway, or you're mixing something with it, the taste isn't going to be all that different.
That's the thing that's always been lost on me with expensive whiskey is why mix it with anything? Because if you're going to do that, you might as well just go and get the $3 or $4 bottle.
I suppose my days go back to drinking to Wild Turkey. You can't put nothing with Wild Turkey that doesn't make you want to puke. It's just harsh.
What proof is why? Why were you drinking that?
Because it was in Southwest Airlines and it was free. Because Herb Kelleher loved it.
There's a normal proof, then there's a 150, or I mean, there's one that's just.
You would think at a certain proof, really, not over a period of time, but immediately it would just start eating the lining out of your stomach and it would just come out through your legs.
I don't know how problem with cheap liquor in period is that it's the hangover it causes, and I don't know what it is, but the cheaper
I get a hangover regardless. I don't care. I really would like to pay less for it. So when I have to buy whiskey, I buy Evan Williams.
Yeah, when it comes to quenching a thirst for alcohol, it hasn't changed now from the 1930s, said Steve Watson, owner of Anna Fine Wines and Spirits. Compared to other businesses that I know of, we're continuing to gradually grow. That, according to Steve Watson of the Anna Fine Wines and Spirits. Watson said the same economy that has folks tightening their household budgets and spending less is leading to increased sales and bigger profits. His customers stock up on their spirits of choice and save money by enjoying nights at home instead of out. And if the industry survived Prohibition, it will survive a recession. He said when it comes to quenching a thirst for alcohol, that hasn't changed since the 1930s. Snookies in Frisco is even loaded with customers on weeknights.
I like the GM.
Yeah, manager Andrew Davis said.
I like his quotes.
You can always find people in the bar. They may not be drinking as much or spending as much, but they're still coming out.
Not that one.
I know. Davis said, it's fun being drunk.
Hell yeah.
If you're in a bad mood, getting drunk makes you feel good. If you're in a good mood, it makes you feel even better.
Obviously, all of these Snookies are independently owned. Sure, if it was a corporate-owned company that probably squelched his ass. People like to get drunk.
Can we talk to you inside just for a minute?
Why?
We'd like to,
talking to the TV station.
I know.
I tell them about the economy.
It won't take very long.
People love to get faced.
Well, that's what we wanted to talk to you about.
Especially when they sad.
Talk about our food.
Huh?
Talk about our food.
What about it?
Plug the food.
They got food?
We got food?
Yeah, you're the general manager. You should know this.
I guess I should turn on the fryers.
That's good. It'll help the hangover.
Like grease. All right, go ahead, Dan.
I just love that it's fun being drunk. Man's a patriot. I did forget one birthday I wanted to mention on Sunday. Dallas Cowboys Terrell Owens turns 35.
Did he have a big party last year?
Yes.
Where was that?
I think it was at the Gaylord.
I think it was.
And 2 years ago, it was out in L.A.
Have they planned on one this year?
I don't know. I'm sure that he'll have something planned, but obviously it's not going to be until probably Sunday night, if that.
He doesn't seem to be as... You don't hear about a lot of him off the field anymore.
No, he's... Off the field, he's never had any problems. I mean, except for that whole overblown OD on painkillers.
Right.
He doesn't go out. He doesn't drink. He really doesn't do anything. Last year, his birthday party, I think it benefited like Toys for Tots or something. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And actually, one time when our station just started carrying the Inside the Huddle show, and they had like the big party, the kickoff party last year for it, he was there upstairs out at the Gaylord inside the Glass Cactus, and he's just playing dominoes with Sam Hurd the whole night. And that was it. No drinks, nothing,
Who's Sam Hurd?
It's another wide receiver for the Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
Is there a line at the Cowboy game? Pittsburgh?
I think it was Pittsburgh -4.
What are you going to throw down?
What does that mean, -4?
It means Cowboys are getting 4 points.
Okay. So
Now, it may have changed today, but that's what it...
Cowboys have to win by 5?
No, Cowboys can't lose by more than...
They're playing who?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's got to win by 5.
Yes.
There.
I'm not going to bet this week. I don't feel good about it.
Didn't they have a good game last? Yeah, they beat the piss out of somebody on Thanksgiving.
Seattle. Pittsburgh's tough. I've done my reading, done my research. You don't always do it when the line's this close and it's a tough game. It's out of town, and the team is kind of rebounding.
Do you need to look down at your notes because I know you ain't just off your head.
I watched Dale Hansen.
What did Dale Hansen say?
Don't bet on the game.
Did he also mention the fact that it's going to be in the 20s and probably snowing, and they just resodded the field and it's going to be nasty?
Brought that up, yeah, in Pittsburgh. So I'm going to wave off this time.
Did you throw down any money on the Thanksgiving game?
No. I just forgot, to be honest.
Bet on the over-under, JD.
What's over-under?
I think last one was like 41.
Yeah, you're up. I'm up.
$1,200.
Yeah. What's over-under?
Over-under is...
I know what it is. What's the number?
Dan thinks it's about 41.
Yep.
Terrible conditions. Pittsburgh's a great defense.
Yeah.
I'd go under.
I'm going to go under. I'll go 500 under.
No.
Why?
Try and get ahead.
Why are you ahead? I'm up 1,200.
Yeah, but if you win 500, then you only have 1,700. Just go that whole 800. Get you to $2,000.
Let it roll. Go 12.
God's speaking to me. The Reverend Don's telling me 500. He's telling me.
Did he ever send you your green prayer cloth back?
Send me my prayer cloth back. It's coming. No, I turned on the middle of the night. I woke up at 3 a.m. There he is. I thought that's a sign. I turned on the TV. And I didn't even have to change the channel. Don was there.
He's on TV every night.
Not at 3 a.m. when I happen to wake up.
That's when I saw it.
What's the odds? I have 300 channels, mister.
You still haven't got your green prayer cloth back. Yeah, and you're not going to get it back. You initially sent him $2 for the prayer cloth. And then, what'd you send back this time? 8, 10?
I sent back 10.
You're not going to get your prayer cloth back for $12.
What?
He's going to hold that hostage until he gets at least
we'll see.
A C note out of you.
See what he sends back.
Why don't you take some of your gambling winnings and send it to the Apostle Don?
Might be a good idea, actually. That way you're seeding from gambling.
Why don't you just let me make you my own prayer cloth, and I'll fill it with seed?
I don't want your seed. Somebody sent us an email about you and your prayer cloth. First off, JD's a big boo-boo head. If you offered prayer
cloths...
What's the matter, Dan?
No, nothing.
Russ?
I just like that start.
If you offered prayer cloths like Don Stewart, Russ, I would definitely buy one of yours over anybody else's. And the reason is your prayer cloth would be the only one offered by anyone that would come with a 100% guarantee.
Absolutely.
I know that every penny I could give would support the families of police and fire who, without any thought of their own safety, gave their lives to protect our homes and families. To me, that's the best guarantee I can imagine. Thank you for spreading the gospel of the red and blue. Oh, God bless you, boss. There you go. So you're going to do this for Christmas?
No reason not to. Can't be that much to get little swaths of green cloth, anoint all of them. I got plenty of seed.
I don't want to hear about your seed, and no one's going to buy that if it comes soiled. I don't think you can send that through the mail.
Some people would buy it. What if I freeze it?
No, you still can't send that through the mail. No, you can't send human stuff through the mail.
All right, I'll just pray over it.
Pray on them, yeah. Pray on them. Let's do it this Saturday.
How about if I just rub it on it?
No, I don't think so.
But I don't let nothing get on it.
We'll go buy a bulk of fabric, and Saturday during band rehearsal, we'll cut them up.
You just put a little dab on this.
I can't masturbate at band practice.
I didn't mean to. You can't do that and send that through the mail. You cannot. No.
Yeah, I think you're on track with just a rub.
Yeah. What if I just rub?
That's up to you.
I'll call it my dry hump cloth.
You're the reverend.
I'll make the cloths blue. How are we doing, Chloe? Go ahead, Dan.
All right. Students at Pelahatchie, Mississippi High School said for 3 days this week, a girl there spoke in tongues and made grave predictions for her classmates.
I have the audio, by the way, from the TV report on this girl. It's 112.
All right, go ahead, Dan.
Some of those predictions included when students would die. Pelahatchie High School students were convinced that an evil spirit had taken over LaShundra Clanton.
This is a news story?
This is a news story about her, yeah.
Rob Sparks' classmates came to school in tears. She was speaking in a deep voice, sometimes speaking in tongues. Sparks says the girl told students about little-known facts in their past and made predictions on how some of them would die.
Made a lot of people cry and stuff and leave school and haven't returned yet.
Sparks and his classmates...
Why would they believe her? Well, apparently she had some stuff that is little known, like when you were 3 years old, you killed a puppy or something or other. I don't know.
On how some of them would die.
Made a lot of people cry and stuff and leave school and haven't returned yet.
Sparks and his classmates think an evil spirit possessed the girl. They were so convinced Sparks and his friends brought Bibles to school and held a devotional.
Some believe, some don't, but they say it's the devil, but the devil only tells lies. Everything I said was true.
LaShundra Clanton admits she spoke in tongues and made predictions for her classmates, but she says it was God speaking through her, not the devil.
I didn't cuss anybody out. If it was a demon, I would have told that school up. I would have threw desk, everything, but I didn't say no cuss word at all.
If I was actually demonized,
well,
I'd have been in combustion.
Well, no, not really.
Things would have flown. Things would have burst into flames.
She said she would have torn the school up, yes. Had to have been the demons.
Look, I would have threw desk, everything, but I didn't say no cuss word at all.
Pelahatchie school officials wouldn't comment, but LaShandra's mother told us the school had counselors and a youth pastor talk to her daughter. She believes God is using her daughter to touch students at Pelahatchie High School.
They said they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to handle the problem.
Who was that?
That's your mom.
Oh. So her mom hasn't even told her to shut up?
No. They said they
Does her mom think that she's a prophet? Because that's the only way you could play this off.
Apparently her mother does think she's speaking through by God, not by the devil.
God speaking through her.
Right.
School officials wouldn't comment, but LaShandra's mother told us the school had counselors and a youth pastor talk to her daughter. She believes God is using her daughter to touch students at Pelahatchie High School.
They said they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to handle the problem. And they really didn't come up with a solution.
Why don't you see if you can fetch one, sweetie? Tell your kid to stop prophesizing at school.
Well, you just tell them, go to school, have a good time, but shush with the devil and the God thing.
Rob's father is unsure what to believe about LaShandra's experience, but he says school officials should have told parents about what happened. Instead, they heard it from their children.
It disrupted class.
I don't know how many times I told her to go to school and tell them that.
Well,
just sit at home around the fire.
No, we don't know.
But you have the little pins in their heads.
No, we didn't tell them to do that.
Oh,
no.
Not bad.
Yeah, take it.
And I think they could have done it a little bit better, yeah.
LaShandra continues to go to class.
So far, the parents aren't taking any of the heat for any of this.
Not at all.
It's the way they handle it. Why don't you keep your kids' religious views at the house? And stop running around and telling everybody that death is behind me, isn't it?
Now they're going to die. You think the school will be able to pull aside and go, hey, you're going to...
Forget about the school. Just call the parents.
Well, a combined deal, yeah. The parents...
But the parents don't seem to be taking any responsibility for their kid being a fool.
No, because it's God talking to her.
How do they know?
They don't, but they're assuming their daughter's on God's side.
Well, through desk, everything. Yeah. But I didn't say no cuss word at all.
Pelahatchie school officials wouldn't comment, but Lysandra's mother told us the school had counselors and a youth pastor talk to her daughter. She believes God is using her daughter to touch students at Pelahatchie High School.
They said they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to handle the problem. You know, and they really didn't come up with a solution.
Rob's father is unsure what to believe about Lysandra's experience, but he says school officials should have told parents about what happened. Instead, they heard it from their children.
It disrupted class, you know, and then...
Let me talk.
I think it could have done a little bit better, yeah.
Lysandra continues to go to class. She says God hasn't spoken through her since Wednesday. Lysandra's mother says the school didn't punish her daughter, though they warned her if she disrupts class, they'll send her home. Meanwhile, around town, and especially in Pelahatchie's churches, folks are debating if Lysandra is delivering messages from God, from the devil, or any spirit at all.
She just wants attention.
How also are you going to, if you really think that your kid is either the mouthpiece for God or even Satan, are you going to throw out any penalties?
You go right to your... You go to your room.
I go to my room.
You go to your room.
Yeah, you're right. That's good. I'll go to my room.
That's right. You will stay in there until you understand that this is not the way to behave.
I'm going to stay in there until you stop smoking.
How are we doing, Club? All right.
You have free run of the house. You have free run of our home.
I know that.
Well, just on the outside chance that possibly you are.
Make me some more double eggs.
No, I'm not going to make you any double eggs. Just
bring me big double eggs. All right, go ahead, Dan.
By the way, can I ask you, are you and Lee Harris going to practice every single freaking day before the show? Please don't. God, that's irritating. I'm in there trying to get ready for the show, trying to get audio together, and I got to turn volumes up.
We turn the monitors down in here.
Please. It goes through the wall. It's a bass and a couple guitar, your guitar and his bass.
We're trying to get Footloose down. He's having a problem with the bass line.
I could tell, but meanwhile, everybody else has got to hear it. Can you do it after when everybody's gone?
No, he leaves early.
Make him stay. It's called rehearsal. We have rehearsal.
That's what we're doing before the show.
It's irritating for everybody else that has to hear it. There's a room.
Does it bother you, Dan?
I'd rather enjoy it.
You rather enjoy it?
Dan actually came in here and stood in the studio while we were rehearsing.
I doubt that.
I'm sorry, but when the bass is turned up that high, and you feel it in your chest, for me it's soothing.
You cut loose, footloose. It's just irritating. I just wonder if you're going to do it every day until the show.
No.
Good. Thank you.
Try to go get me Lee Harris. We'll do it now.
Oh, dear God. Please. Don't.
Go get him. The amp's still sitting over there. Chloe, push those mics towards the floor.
Russell, why do you want to do this?
Because you don't care for it.
I don't care for it. You know what? By now I should know better than to bring anything up I don't like.
Hold on a second. Was that, Alfie? Hold on. Yeah.
Guy on line 2 saw something that caught his eye on Loop 12.
Oh. Yes, John.
Yeah, I saw your billboard on Loop 12. It says, I'll drink, you drive.
I didn't know those were back up.
I didn't.
I don't think that one ever came down.
Oh. Okay. Hang on a second. There's Gavin. Gavin.
Yeah.
Do we have boards up?
Man, see how hard we mark it?
Is that a leftover? Is that a leftover?
We still got boards up, brother.
Is that a leftover? Nobody else bought the board because of the economy, so they just left the old one up.
I like to think of it as continuous marketing.
So I got one billboard in North Texas.
Man, that's on Loop 12. That's a serious billboard.
Which part of Loop 12?
I just know a part of Loop 12.
Do you know, Dan?
Yeah. It's down on 408 when you're in between 30 and 20, southbound.
Where is that?
You're going out south.
It's like Southwest Dallas.
Right That's not going to do me any good.
Southwest Dallas, right on the border, right before you get to Grand Prairie.
If you headed out to I-20.
Is that the only one I got, Gavin?
Yeah. Well, you never know. There might be some others up.
And we still not having a Christmas party?
No, we're not having a Christmas party. The economy's tough, and
Well, here's what I don't get is what does the economy have to do with celebrating the birth of our Lord and Savior?
because we'd spend
Push those mics down there for Lee Clo.
we'd spend money that we don't currently have, and it would send a bad message.
A bad message to whom? Corporate?
No, it would send a bad message to, like, for instance, if we cut back some employees or do something like that, that would send a bad message.
I'm not trying to be confrontational here as you. I don't get what you're telling me. Why wouldn't you want to have a Christmas party instead of reminding people the economy is bad and skipping it? Why not have it and celebrate the fact that you still have a job and the birth of our Savior?
Because our boss doesn't feel as though it's appropriate under.
I'm missing the how it's not appropriate.
Because you're on one side you're saying, hey, we have to make some cutbacks in various areas of this company, but let's celebrate and I'll buy food and drink for everyone.
Are you missing
No, it doesn't cost that much to celebrate again the birth of our Lord.
The baby Jesus.
It does cost a lot of money.
We trade everything.
Trade costs money.
Gavin, David Henry was already talking about having it here in the building. We own the building. We get food from Sugar Babies. We get alcohol from Majestic. You got a free band. If the station's really not going to do it, I'm going to have our own Christmas party up here, and I'm going to charge $20 a head, plus valet, plus a coat check. And I want 2 cans of food for charity.
No.
Or Bugs and Kelly.
No.
No what?
We're not going to do that.
Well, I'm going to do it.
It's our property, Russ.
Okay. Well, try and crash a party. I'll ask you again. Ever been shot?
No.
Okay. Crash a party. Experience something new. All right. You don't want to hear us do
No, I
Footloose?
don't, please.
Do we have time for this, Chloe?
Do it during the break where I can go in the parking lot.
You're going to stay in here. We use this backing track just so we've got we can keep our rhythm.
Is that what that is?
Chloe, is this tuned?
Yes.
Okay. When you hear, give me a level, Lee.
I used to like you.
What is it?
Don't we need to break?
No.
Closer, we have to break.
Hang on, vamping. I don't have to do nothing right here.
Okay.
Hang on.
Heard it before.
Here we go. Stop dancing. Load up a break. Give me dry liner in.
Please. You've come far, dude.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show on Live 105.3. Why would you listen to anything else? The Russ Martin Show. 787-1053.
Okay, Daniel.
All right, this check of traffic is brought to us by Toyota of Richardson in Dallas, 183 westbound to Mockingbird Lane. You have road construction, which is taking up the right lane, and that backup is to 35. And in Garland, right now, 635 eastbound at the Ferguson Centerville exit, you have a disabled vehicle in the carpool lane, and it's actually up against the wall. You're able to get by him in that carpool lane. It's just everyone's taking their time doing so. And over in Fort Worth, 820 northbound at Trinity Boulevard, you have an accident there. There's your check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thank you, Dan. Had our first freeze this week. We'll have another one tonight. Should be 30 at least for the overnight low. 62 and sunny tomorrow, though. We have 47 currently. Live 105.3.
All right, Daniel. Yeah, where you left off.
This just came in. If you want to hear it, the state attorney's office announced late Friday they will not be seeking the death penalty for the murder charges on 22-year-old Casey Anthony that she's facing in the death of her daughter.
Well, they were going to have to go that route. You don't have the body. You don't know for sure that she's dead. Probably is. Casey probably did it. But a jury's not going to. They're going to look at that. We'd like to see a dead body before we're going to give somebody the death sentence.
Exactly what they say. Has to do with the thinking of the jurors. Jurors might be reluctant to convict Casey if they know they'll have to consider a death penalty sentence, even though there's nobody's been found.
And they've made mistakes over and over with this case, especially letting anybody involved with the investigation talk to the media. If she'll just, we're really ready to make a deal if she'll just tell us where KLLI is. Okay. That tells me that if you're ready to make a deal, you don't think you can really get her on what you think you can. I don't have a case.
I want to know where her money's coming from, because she's her, defense team, and then she's bringing in some pretty high-powered experts to refute the DNA stuff that aren't cheap. I mean, I think it's. You
don't think anybody's doing this just for the media attention?
I don't think. I don't
know that it would be a PR move that I would want as an expert or a defense attorney.
One of the guys is from the OJ trial that was a defense expert against their DNA evidence. I mean, and he's like $500 an hour expensive. And she doesn't have it. I mean,
well, you could tell by her family's house, they don't have an ass load of cash. So either they've taken out a loan, they're selling stuff, they're getting the cash someplace. So these experts are doing it just for the media attention. It's going to be a big case if it finally goes to trial.
I think it's going to trial next month.
Yeah. What is line one, Alfie?
He's got a theory as to why JD doesn't like you playing in the studio.
What?
Well, I already know what that is.
Yeah, so do I.
I can't play.
Well, you do.
That's why I brought Lee Harrison here. He's got more of a thump to it.
I know.
It seems to carry through the walls.
I can tell.
I love bassists.
You hate bassists.
No.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, until I realized you didn't like them.
Bands don't need a bass.
I need more. We're going to get 2 or 3. Yes, Michael.
I was just going to say, I think what it is JD is really a no-talent hack when it comes to music.
Totally.
And you're greatly improved. Now, when I was listening to you do the Footloose thing, I was very surprised. You sounded really tight. Actually, I caught you also while y'all were doing the Halloween thing not too long ago. And, you really do. You sound much, much better than you had before. And JD just...
So I sucked.
He said you've improved. God, take a compliment.
I will not.
The man has said you've improved greatly. You knew you weren't 5 years ago a guitarist.
I'm bad now.
You're not bad.
Where does that put me 5 years ago?
You didn't practice like you practice now.
Okay.
Well, you weren't great. You did 1 or 2 songs adequately. Now you do a bunch of them. God knows, don't I know you do 30 of them.
And now I practice.
And you practice.
And you don't like that.
Just do it when I'm not around, because I'm trying to do other stuff, and it's hard to concentrate when you're boom, 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 through the walls.
We'll start coming in later.
I can't come in later. I got to come in earlier.
Just tap your feet and enjoy it.
It's not. I've got things going on. I'm trying to listen to audio. I'm trying to pull stuff. I'm trying to highlight my news.
Would you like to know what JD said when he saw what you had put on his computer monitor?
You bastard.
Yeah?
No, you don't. I forgot what I said. No, you don't.
Well, hang on. I forgot what I put on there.
Trey.
Oh, that's right. It was the 2 black fellers working out, and one of them had the other black feller's business in his mouth.
Trey. Trey.
I need to turn the mics off?
Trey.
Potentially.
I'll turn them off.
Trey. Trey!
Jesus, Joseph, Buffy, and Jody. Why the hell would you say that?
In my office, I can say anything I choose, and I was kidding.
I don't even like standing next to you right now.
Hey,
Oh my God!
why would you
even off the air in a room full of white guys? I feel nasty.
He exaggerated the delivery.
I don't think delivery was your issue on this one.
You don't think black fellas should have
I
sex?
think they should absolutely, but not with each other or not on my computer screen. Quit doing that.
Obviously, they take pride in their bodies.
Clearly.
First of all, they like to pose naked, and they were in a gym working out.
I know. One of them was plugged into the other one. I know. I saw it. Please stop. God, that's so disturbing. I come back in, I'm doing stuff, I'm thinking about 80 different things. I turn around and go, well, okay, there's the, oh, Jesus! It's quite a shock.
And Rick Lou keeps going through your computer records, finding all the different searches.
Yeah, we got an email about that, too. It says, hey, Russ, I know you think it's funny that the IT guy at the station printed up all the sites and searches from JD's computer, but what if it were more serious, which it could be at some point? You never know. They're looking to cut people around this place. Sure, the guy gave you the list, but what's stopping him from giving that list to HR or to somebody in corporate? And that's true. Rick likes me, but still.
Well, he hasn't told anybody. He just brought it to you and said, hey.
I don't know that he hasn't told anybody. I don't know other people
Did he say anything when he handed it to you?
But I don't know that other people somewhere else in this company that don't understand. You get in here and jack with people, don't monitor that.
I think they'll cut you some slack for exploring your sexuality.
At work, no, they won't, and I'm not. And
I don't understand Googling old men pissing through pantyhose.
Don't Google that. I would have no reason to.
What kind of pantyhose?
I have plenty of things to do up here.
Legs?
No. Well,
that way they can catch it in that egg that come
in. No, I don't do that stuff up here. I do look at porn.
It's all over your computer.
Oh, because of you. Why would I do that?
Your computer is password protected.
Somebody has figured it out. Somebody told you, Rick Lou or somebody told you what my password. How else?
Yeah, that's what happened. I went to our director of IT and I said, hey, Rick, I want to put a bunch of big black penises on JD's computer. What's his password?
All you got to say is I need to get on JD's computer, and he'd probably give it to you. That's all you got to do. You clearly got on it somehow. I don't do any of that. I don't search any of that. Do I look at porn at home? Yes. Do I look at any of that with you put on my computer at home? No.
I got nothing to do with your Google searches, including crazy Asians on the commode, close-ups of crapping grannies, hairy fat bastards showing their sweet spots.
Didn't do that.
Did you ever get an answer on the Am I a Bear or Not website?
No.
That's sad. Okay, Daniel, go ahead.
Students, alumni, and residents in Colusa High School's district have voted to replace the school's Redskins mascot with the Red Hawks label. School board members voted narrowly in April to discontinue using the American Indian mascot after tribes complained that it was offensive. Voters overwhelmingly chose Red Hawks instead. The new moniker will be used starting in the 2011-2012 school year.
I can almost see their side of it. Red skin. That's pretty demeaning. But obviously Washington doesn't have an issue with it.
No, they get protested.
They're not. Obviously, you're not going to change the name of an entire franchise.
No, but like the NCAA a couple years ago, for the most part, banned any use of Indian names for school mascots, and they let a couple slide that had the tribes, like the tribes went to the NCAA and said, we like that, like the Florida State Seminoles. The Seminole tribe said, we support that, we like it, leave it alone. But for the most part, you can't do it anymore.
Well, it's short of the term red skin, it's really paying tribute to Indians being warriors.
Mm-hmm. Just like all the helicopter names.
Well, you got Apache helicopters, you've got the Tomahawk missiles.
Exactly.
Nobody's got an issue with that.
Just a matter of time. That's ours. That's, you can't name it that anymore. Come on. It's warriors. It's brave warriors. As in, we're Redskins.
But Redskin is obviously about the color of their skin. Well, and that probably ruffles a few feathers.
Well, there's that.
Make you.
Yeah, you are.
A Massachusetts-based oil executive is boldly predicting that pump prices might fall to $1 a gallon in early 2009. Joe Petrowski, CEO of Gulf Oil, says the oil market is a manic depressive market. It tends to overshoot. Petrowski, who's been studying the oil business since the 70s, when he wrote his Harvard thesis, said that the price of oil could sink to $20 per barrel. He went on to say the market overshot last summer on the high side. Oil should never have gone to 147, but it did, and it can.
The thing that concerns me is it's dropped so dramatically. I'm thinking it's going to just springboard back up to $5. Anytime something drops that quickly, that means things aren't stable. If it did it over maybe a couple of years, you might not have the same concern. But to have it drop to, I got it today for like $1.59.
It's unbelievable.
And I'm sure it's cheaper other places, but that's the lowest I've seen it. Just, what are we paying, half what we were a year ago?
More than half.
Sure. And it's dropped in the course of a couple of months?
I think since, late August. But, you can also argue that this is the correction for oil going, through the roof last year, going from 70 to 135, 140 in the span of, 3 months. So maybe, I remember.
But I don't remember us being at $1.60 before it started to skyrocket. In fact, I got no clue where it was a year ago. You just got, every time it would go up, you get used to that. That would be the new level. Then it would bump up again, and you get reacclimated to that. And then it started to drop, which I never saw coming. I never thought it would drop under 250.
No, you expected to keep going up to 5 at least.
It's still in my mind. I always had it at $5 a gallon. That way, even if I was paying $4.25, I was still getting a deal.
Probably will go back up there. You're right. Anything this volatile that swings this hard one way will swing the other way. And by the time it'll catch everybody in the Hummer and the big truck. I just bought this truck.
Yeah,
who didn't see it coming?
You let it float anywhere around $1 a gallon, and the SUVs and the Suburbans and the Hummers and
fly.
People be poking holes in their gas tanks.
I'll let it run out.
There's too much weight in this damn thing.
I tell you, it's really the airlines. I guess most except Southwest, who always seems to gamble correctly. The airlines hedge their oil at like $110 a barrel. So now
I think jet fuel now is actually cheaper than gasoline.
I think it was like $1.69. Yeah, so that's damn close. But I guess Southwest did it at like 65. They're always much closer to being smart. But I think Delta hedged theirs at like $112 a barrel.
All right, so what does that mean? Because they're not paying that. Or they go ahead and buy it in advance at $112 a barrel?
They only bought the contract at $112.
I'll be I got good news. We locked it in at $112. Really? That's awesome, because it's $167 today. I got bad news.
Again, nobody... You got too many variables that are going on. The economy started to go crap to bed. People aren't driving as much. Consumption's down. All of a sudden, now we got a glut. I don't understand why the economy hasn't started some type of turnaround, because now you got some disposable income. You're paying a lot less for gas, which means anything that is petroleum-based or shipped or anything that has to do with oil, you think all the products would just start to drop.
And the bailout has begun. It hasn't finished, obviously, but it has begun. You think at some point, you're right, stock market would just start at least nosing back up, and we'd sort of kind of level off a little bit. I heard today 10% of homes are in foreclosure. 10%. The number's staggering.
But I also saw on the news yesterday that interest rates had dropped again. There was some chick on, I think it was Good Morning America, that said, you're going to buy a house, now's the time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, go out and buy rental property. I got a friend of mine who flips houses. That's all he does. Go out there. He knows what to buy and where. He goes out and buys them, knocks them out, paints them, puts $50,000 into them, and makes $100,000.
It's pretty ballsy buying another house.
Why?
Just seems to reek of job security.
I have job security.
Okay. Well, buy another house.
What's that smirk for? What do you know? What do you know?
I smirk all the time. I'm not your
No, you're not. What do you know?
Buy a house.
I'm not buying a house. I'm selling mine. Getting an apartment.
Should I get a rental property?
It wouldn't hurt.
So I was thinking about buying a house for my mom, and she's still bitching me about that. But if I get one, I want one where the sink's staying. Not that last one you showed me.
Easy fix. Wasn't the end of the world. Wasn't like it was a foundation. Wasn't like a wall was coming down.
Well, if the inspector missed the sink staying in. Now, granted, the sink did exactly what it was supposed to do. It dropped 3 feet.
It's called a sink.
Stupid.
Dumbass. Got to tell you everything. That's why I'm the inspector.
I want a house that stays together. But don't call me anal either. These things aren't supposed to fall out. All I did was tapped on it and it fell out. It happens, but if it happens before I buy the house, I don't believe I'll be able to make that purchase.
It's just glue.
I don't know what else he missed. You pay $400 or $500 for an inspector. You think they go around with their finger and poke things.
You can poke everything, and then, I mean...
Well, why is it the one time I poked it, it fell out?
It's just...
My sink fell out.
It just happenstance. Yes, real estate would be a very good... Being that you don't do anything with your money, real estate would be a very good deal for you.
What is it, Chloe? Hey, my house slid down into the street.
Well, that happens.
He couldn't have walked by and just poked on the bricks. One of those on hold, Alfie.
Line 3.
Yeah, Brad.
Hey, boss. I work in the automotive aftermarket parts industry, and normally when there's a recession, our business picks up because people are fixing their cars. Well, early this summer, we saw the signs, but our business wasn't picking up, which threw everything into a bit of a tizzy. But now the per-car spend on people getting their cars fixed is through the roof for all the shops because people are now fixing their cars instead of holding on to their money or buying new cars. So it looks like we've seen in our particular industry a pop to the recession. Not that it's going to be cured for everybody.
What type of accessories are you talking about? You talking about like a four-wheel parts?
Actually, no, sir. I work in the automotive parts. I work for a retail chain company.
O'Reilly, AutoZone, something like that?
CarQuest, yes, sir.
Okay.
And so, as you know, it's always been, this industry's been recession-proof. But when people quit doing everything over the summer, everyone just panicked and held on to their money. Now it's starting to free up, and these car shops are seeing huge ticket numbers. They're not seeing the volume of cars, but where they were doing $200 per car, they're now seeing $1,400, $1,500 being spent per car because people are fixing it, which is a good sign for us that they're going to start letting go of some of that money. Things are going to get back.
All right, thank you. Yeah, Daryl said, I think it was back in September, whenever things started to slip, he said he couldn't keep track of anything that was going on. Couldn't keep the books updated quick enough just because the place was just packed
full of people.
Hired another 2 techs.
Well, sure.
I went, they better be on commission.
Sure they are.
We don't pay salary at my place.
It's your place. I'm sure they are on, Daryl's on the big salary, and he keeps it running for you. But yeah, people are going to make me keep their car. I've kept that truck. Now would be the time to get rid of it, probably. While people still think, gas is $1.60.
Yeah, I had somebody at a pump 2 or 3 weeks ago, but started talking to me, walked around the pump and is staring at me, and I thought, okay, he wants something or he's going to shiv me. I don't know what. I went, yeah? How about the gas prices? Yeah, what about it? Because who would have thought? I didn't. Give me 3 feet, will you? It's just everybody was so excited. Gas prices. There was like this bonding at the gas pumps.
Talk to anybody that has a ridiculous vehicle like yours.
And all of them had the same mentality. Whew,
we're done. Man, we're back on top.
It's gonna skyrocket the other direction, and people are gonna be. I just can't believe Ford is upping production at some of their truck plants.
Because that new F-150, because it gets better gas mileage than any other pickup they've ever made. And they think they're actually upping it in 2 different factories now.
Well, it's going to be up for a while, especially if they really think, what they say, by early next year, gas is going to be $1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, people will buy that. All you do is just get your first wave of trucks out. And just wait.
People will line up for it. You're right.
All right, you ready to finish news?
Yeah, we already started.
Oh, well, go ahead on.
All right. Next month, President George and his wife Laura Bush will move out of the White House and into their new $2 million home they bought last October here in Dallas, actually, specifically in Preston Hollow. The Bush's new house is big at 8,500 square feet, and it has a detached garage, servant quarters, and a separate storage building. But compared to the mansion owned by their new next-door neighbor, 62-year-old Tom Hicks, who, of course, owns the Texas Rangers and the Dallas Stars.
Is his house that backs up to the street with the shrubs, Hicks?
Yeah. I mean, it's way far off from the street, but yeah, he did the...
You can't see, I think there's a retaining wall. You can't see crap past the street.
Mm.
That's a huge bitch.
Oh, it's worth.
How many square feet is that?
They don't mention how many square feet his is, but we printed up a photo of Hicks's estate because, correct me if I'm...
That's Bush's.
Trey, because Hicks, when he bought his house and then ended up buying the property next to him,
that one
too, right?
is Hicks.
No.
Oh.
No, Hicks bought
What is Hicks's worth?
Oh, God. I'd say probably $1 billion.
All right, here's Bush's house. It's about, 8,500?
8,500. Ranch style.
That's nice. What do they pay the president?
400.
450, I think. 400.
No, well, explain that.
When
he's got family money too.
He doesn't. That's the biggest misconception with Bush. Everyone thought he was going to buy some like $20 million. He don't have that kind of cash. Their family doesn't.
Obviously not. Look what he's moving into.
Oh yeah, it's just a rag. God forbid somebody live in a place like that.
I wouldn't.
Well, it's speculated he's also bought a couple of properties around him.
Well, I can't do that.
And he has a ranch.
Okay, this is Bush's. And this is Hicks?
That's Hicks.
Yeah. Both of these are aerial views. And without exaggeration, Hicks looks exactly like the Clampett's mansion.
Exactly, it does.
Have you ever seen an aerial view of this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's gorgeous. He bought one of the last remaining true estates in Dallas.
How much land is that on?
22 acres.
You don't know how big it is?
His house, it's close to 50,000 square feet.
Gee, go. Oh, my God. That's a mall.
And then...
How would you live in that type of opulence? You got no reason to be in a 50,000 square foot house.
You have no reason to be in the house you're in.
And then he's got a guest house that I think is like 5,000 square feet.
His guest house is 5?
Uh-huh. I believe so.
I can't think like that. And that's one reason I won't drive to nicer neighborhoods, because I don't want to come back to my house because you want to torch it.
Lord, you don't want to torch it. 20 years ago, would you driven by your house and thought, nah, shack? No, it's a beautiful mansion.
And I'm still surprised the door's open. I pull up every night. Who lives here?
This is very nice. My key, it works. Good almighty.
I should go get some scratch-offs. That's astounding just to look at those two houses. Is Hicks, is that the biggest in North Texas? I know Cuban's house is maybe 20...
it's like 18,000 square feet.
Okay.
Is that the biggest in Texas? No. There's actually...
That's 50,000 square feet. That's bigger than a Walmart.
I may be wrong, but I mean, it's an enormous house, but there's one...
That's just bad. Take those pictures. That's too much opulence. I can't look at that.
Some people would say that about your place.
Mm-hmm. My house is an investment.
So it is.
No, it's not. Who's ever going to be able to buy it?
Well, somebody, obviously, somewhere. Maybe he cuts it up. Maybe divides the property.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he's sitting there thinking. Well, this is going to be a big payoff when I retire.
Very possibly could. Somebody.
What a windfall.
There's people with more money than him that may want to buy that.
And Auto Trader, hearting out.
Lister in the green sheet. That's where people go to buy.
Green sheet does bring you buyers.
We need a break. All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
I felt sorry for him, especially if he knows he's going to be locked up for 10 years. He's a dress. First of all, you don't know that he really murdered those two people back in the 90s.
Okay. Yeah, we kind of do.
No, you don't.
No, I wasn't there.
Yeah, 12 people that sat through months and months of testimony and evidence. They obviously decided there wasn't enough to convict him of murder.
It was very badly prosecuted. His shoes, which are very unique, were found walking through the blood at the site.
He's not the only person that probably buys the Bruno Kirby shoes.
Bruno Mali.
Whatever.
No, you're probably right. He's not the only one. Don't you think it's just a little odd? As well as all the other... in my mind, I can't even come up with all the other evidence that was... He killed him!
Did you sit on the jury?
No.
Well, then judge not.
Oh, God, Rusty.
I just couldn't help but think when I saw him today, and he's in the shackles, leg, hands, everything. And it wasn't, was it a year ago? He was in this building, and he looked confident and everything else, and then
and free.
Yeah. And then today he just looked like a man who's about to go to prison.
Well, reason for that?
He's done a lot of research for this part. It's hard to fathom that he's going to be locked up for probably at least 9 or 10 years, but really, nothing happened.
No, but as
you got a bunch of jackasses dealing with other jackasses, and yeah, probably some of the stuff was stolen. The Fremont guy just looked like a weasel.
They're all weasels. The court system was trying to make a point. They knew the world would be watching, and they're making a point by blistering him.
Yeah, that's
period.
A big blister when you got him on all 14 counts.
Sure. We're not going to
let him go. And then a couple of side ones.
Not letting him go. We got him here. You know what? LA couldn't do it. Nevada did. Have a nice day. Hope you enjoy
If I said on the jury, I wouldn't let the murder trial come into play. Because if you get him, you really want to get him for the right reason.
Everybody keeps saying that.
Not over going back and getting some of his own crap back.
Broke the law. I mean,
well, I know that because he's in prison.
Fine letter of the law, but he broke it.
I'm with you, though.
And I think they went overboard on the kidnapping.
Oh, I agree. And I'm with you. I can't even believe I'm saying this. There was part of me that found OJ to be a sympathetic figure today.
Well, he's been in movies before, so obviously he knows how to go back and play on those emotions. But he wasn't as good of an actor in Earthquake as he was in this one.
I stand before you today,
a chained and shackled man.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't know they had guns.
I feel like...
I like the confused part.
Yeah, confused.
You're confused about what?
Why am I here?
You went into a room with a bunch of thugs with guns, and you told everybody not to move, and you stole some stuff.
How do you know about the guns? I didn't know about the guns. You prove I know about the guns?
Oh, I'm surprised that they didn't, and they might have, as far as the defense goes, didn't try and play this up as a sting operation, and maybe he was sucked into it. Because everything was audio taped. Everybody was taping everything during the planning stages.
Yeah.
And it almost sounds like there was some type of enticement there.
And there might have been, but he should have known that one of the two weasels might have been taping everything.
Well, you're also walking through a casino.
Yeah.
And you know that there are cameras nonstop, and it's going to show you going in and coming out. Probably not what's going on inside the room, but luckily, Fremont and his buddies got that end covered.
And the judge said it today, and this is where he got screwed. Is on those tapes said you weren't sorry, you weren't calm, you weren't just asking. Said you were angry, you were committing a violent act that happened to have someone with a gun, and by letter of the law.
And I never heard the audio, but she addressed this audio after they'd gone in and taken the stuff. She said, "You're out. You're laughing. Hey, just see the look on Fremont's face."
Yep.
Yeah. What's yours look like now?
When I stand before you today, sorry. Somewhat confused.
What confused about what?
Maybe in his mind he really thought, it's my stuff. I've already called the police. I got no other outlet to go and get my stuff. I just was doing what was right. I was just recovering my things. I didn't take anything that didn't belong to me.
Okay, take this out of the scenario, the whole OJ thing. Russ, somebody's stolen something from you. You know it's yours. It's one of a few. And you know where the guy is. He's over at the Stouffer Hotel, room 312.
I'm going to call the fuzz.
You're going to call the fuzz. You're not going to go over there with me and Trey.
No, I'm not going with you. I'm going to go with thugs.
What thug?
Just shove Stacy in the door and just wait. You don't have to say anything. Just watch him start handing him stuff.
Stuff starts flying out.
Hand him things until he leaves.
The lamp is tied down.
I want the lamp. I love lamp.
I feel like apologetic to the people of the state of Nevada. I've been coming to Nevada since...
Who else were you holding up?
1959.
Stop.
I worked summer...
Why? Stop with the history, dude. We don't care that you've been coming there since 59. What is that? How does it affect today?
It doesn't. Joe, he's trying to embrace himself to the community. I've got ties here. Yeah. I got ties here. He even says here in a second, I never did anything. Look how many times I've been in Nevada, I never did nothing. Yeah, obviously California got the franchise on that.
Jobs here for my uncle. He's 60 and 61, and I've been coming ever since, and I've never gotten in any trouble.
He sounds like a kid trying to get his way out of a high school suspension. Never did anything. The one time I soaped some windows and cut heads off.
People have always been fine to me. When I came here for a wedding. I didn't come here to reclaim property.
And there again, that could tie back into some type of enticement sting operation. If he's really there for a wedding, they went, let's put all this together. We'll audio tape it. He's stupid enough to buy it. Let's see if we can set him up.
He's got thugs.
And that way we get to keep his stuff.
He's got thugs with him. We know he might pull. He might go to this thing.
Told it was here. When he told me that Monday that the stuff was in Nevada, when he knew I was going to be in Nevada, I called my kids. I talked to my sisters. I called the Brown family, and I told them I had a chance to get some of our property back. Property that over the years we've seen being sold on the internet.
You would almost cut him some slack had he already gone to civil court, and they said, nah, you got no paperwork either way. Vermont gets to keep everything. All right. I tried everything else. Now I'm going to go in and take it.
But he never did. You're right.
It still wouldn't get him off, but you'd be more apt to cut him some slack.
Judge had no slack in her book today.
We're seeing pictures of ours that were stolen from our home going into the tabloids. We've called the police and asked what to do. They've told us what to try.
Oh, now you call the police.
How to do. But you can never find out who was selling it. And this was the first time I had an opportunity to catch the guys red-handed who had been stealing from my family.
Well, this is still not red-handed. Red-handed is actually coming out of the house with stuff in your arms. These are guys sitting at a convention. Isn't that what it was? Just selling memorabilia. Yes. You got no paperwork. You got no receipts, no way to prove that you didn't sell it down the road and it ended up with this dildo.
You're right. I want it back.
I thought all his stuff got auctioned off and all that money went to the Goldmans after that civil suit.
I don't know where it went. But yeah, you're surprising that he would have had anything that could have been stolen.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he was just squirreling it away. And Trey's right that then part of the audio recordings, he said, I'm going to go get it this way because I don't want the Goldmans to end up with anything.
Right.
They get anything now?
I guess, they get to know that OJ's finally in jail.
I'm sure they're sassified.
I knew these guys. I did think Mike Gilbert would be there. And I know, as they told me, the two guys there, that he was the one who did it. But I have no hatred for Mike Gilbert. In the past,
I just got 12 names on my hate list.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And when I'm out,
no.
Chop, chop.
As we know, you heard on the tape, Mike Gilbert tried to set me up in a porn video, tricked me into a room with hidden cameras, and they still wrote in. I
don't know why I feel bad for him. I don't know if I just actually bought into his act or the fact maybe it was really his stuff and maybe the guys really weaseled their way around and got it. But he knew that they were going to have the law on their side, and he was going to have to go back and swallow this one.
At that level, seriously, it's like somebody who's got all kinds of money and still gets in trouble with Pac-Man Jones and all those things. You know you've got the cash. Go let somebody else handle it. Don't be there. Just don't be there.
Yeah, why would you do anything that would involve any authorities if you already skated on murder, which I don't think you did. You already skated on murder. You got a blessed life. You got out of that one. Why don't you just keep it all nice and tidy for the rest of your life?
Pay your buddies a couple of bucks to go do this for you.
Yeah, get you a couple of pipe-hitting people.
Yeah.
They would probably go do that for a nice case of something.
They certainly would, no doubt.
I think because they were talking about today, about while he was in Vegas during this whole deal, But yeah, he still was treated like a rock star. Said he was out by the pool. Said, women all around him. People were sending over drinks right and left. And I hate to even say this because it was Geraldo saying this, but said it obviously just went to his head that there is nothing he couldn't do.
Nothing's going to stick. I mean, really, if you beat a rap for murder, do you want to hear any of the evidence that they had in the O.J. case?
Yeah, please.
There's a lot. I'll capsulize it. And let's see. Evidence that was presented. I'm talking about the murder case.
Murder case, yes.
DNA analysis of the blood found in, on, and near Simpson's Bronco revealed traces of Simpson's, Nicole's, and Robert Goldman's blood. That one should have really been the...
That's bad.
That would... Why would you even need a trial? Hey, look what we got.
Day one. We're closed.
DNA analysis of bloody socks found in Simpson's bedroom were proven to be Nicole's blood. Simpson's hair was found on Goldman's shirt, even though Simpson claims to have not been at the home or to never have met Goldman. DNA analysis of blood on the gloves was proven to be a mixture of Simpson's, Nicole's, and Ronald Goldman's. The gloves also contained particles of Goldman's hair and carpet fibers from Simpson's Bronco. You got to officers find arrest records indicating that Simpson was charged with the beating of wife Nicole. Photos of Nicole's bruised and battered face emerged. Simpson was sentenced 3 years of community service for this crime. Police, I didn't know about some of this. Police discovered the dome light in the Bronco had been removed. A search of the vehicle reveals the light was carefully placed under the passenger seat and was in good working condition.
Okay.
Puzzling blood smears on the passenger floorboard indicate that Simpson may have purposely removed the light and placed it under the seat before the murders. Then after the murders, he may have unsuccessfully tried to put it back into the socket. Let's see. Left-hand glove found at Nicole's home, and the right-hand glove found at O.J.'s home proved to be a match. They also were Simpson's size, even though he couldn't get them on in court
that day because they had been in a freezer.
Even though Simpson claimed under oath he did not own a pair of the Aris isotoner gloves, several media pictures emerged showing Simpson wearing these exact gloves. You got bloody footprints. They said they were easily identified as being made from a pair of the Bruno Kirby shoes. These shoes are quite expensive and extremely rare. The size 12 print matches Simpson's shoe size. Simpson claims under oath that he does not own any such shoes and, in fact, indicates he thinks that they are ugly.
And there was a picture later of him wearing them.
A photograph is introduced showing Simpson wearing the exact shoes at an NFL football game.
They rest. We got him. That's just what you've read.
Lawyers have said had they just done this in like 3 weeks to a month and just shot through the evidence one after another instead of dragging it out, they probably would have gotten them.
Ross Cutlery provided store receipts indicating that Simpson had purchased a 12-inch stiletto knife 6 weeks before the murders. A replica of the knife was purchased by the police and proved an exact match to the wounds of Nicole and Ronald Goldman. Let me jump down to the end where it says why they let him go. The last part's the best. Okay. Even though positive DNA evidence indicated that Simpson was present at the crime scene and that blood from Nicole and Goldman were left on Simpson's clothes, the jury dismisses this evidence. The fact that DNA analysis identifies the different blood types with such accuracy that you could exclude every other human being on the face of the earth, the jury ignored that evidence. Later interviews with jury members revealed that they indeed did not truly understand how accurate DNA was, so they turned him loose. And I believe some of the jurors said that the timeline just didn't work. Of him even having to get home, you got 6 minutes to get in, get out. They said none of it really came into play. They couldn't logically fit it in their mind. So,
well, the prosecution just dropped the ball completely. All you got to do is read.
But you got all these things that were introduced into evidence. Just the first one that said the DNA. He had blood all over him, and he's got a glove, and he's got the Bruno Kirby shoes. You got enough of that stuff. He comes home just about the right time that he would need to come home. Then he's doing this slow speed chase with his buddy AJ Foyt.
Rowling.
It was just too much to fathom that they were going to turn him loose.
Again, you don't know how much of it was also pressure, man.
What pressure?
Everybody was standing around waiting. This thing came in the evening, and they were waiting till the next morning so the cops could get ready for the riots.
Well, they didn't have any. Well, that's right. They let him go.
Let him go.
Sorry. Who is that on hold?
It's Big Stacy.
Oh. Yes, boss. Hang on. Go ahead, Stacy.
Why is it I got to go in the room and take stuff, man? I don't want to go to jail. I just want you to know.
You're not going to go to jail. You would just, if somebody had stolen my stuff, I'd just put you in the doorway. You ain't got to say nothing. They're going to hand you stuff until you leave.
Well, just in case we go to court, I'm flipping. I'm doing just like OJ, Brent. I'm flipping.
Stick you in the doorway, put a nice Red Lobster bib on you, and just stand there.
They're here to eat. We got a lobster. Start handing him some stuff.
Well, on the other hand, that sounds cool. I'll get it.
Give him a zenith.
You're not going to believe what's in the door.
What is it? I got no time for this. What's in the door?
It's the biggest one I've ever seen.
What is
the
it?
biggest. And I'm talking about movies, pictures, cartoons. I don't know if it's just one. But he's wearing a Red Lobster bib.
This will be bad.
I say we hand him stuff and see what happens.
Very carefully.
All right. How are we doing, Club?
We're good.
What's line 2, Alfie? Is it back to OJ?
Exactly.
Recent or murder?
The murder.
Okay. Take this and we'll move on. Yes, Jeffrey.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying a lot of the evidence was thrown out by the jury in their minds because the way the police handled the evidence, like the blood evidence when they collected the blood from O.J. Simpson, remember they put it in the vial and the guy just stuck it in his pocket. He was supposed to hand it right over to the lab.
Yeah, I think they took a few hours before they actually turned that over, and then you've got the investigator who was a borderline racist. Was it Furman?
Yeah, but that had nothing to do with it, except they figured he found the glove, so he made a plan to the glove, even though that was only one of 500 pairs ever made of that size, and they had O.J. Simpson. Actually, Nicole ordered that size for him for Christmas. The only thing they didn't have was the Bruno Nagale shoe print. They couldn't trace that down, even though he ordered one of those rare shoes. I mean, if you add up all the evidence, I mean, either the police framed O.J. before the murder and planted all this stuff, or he did it. I mean, that was the only conclusion you can draw from it. And the jury just decided to disregard a lot of the evidence. One, because they were bored with Marcia Clark. Number two, because they figured the police didn't do the chain of command right.
Yeah, there were too many different holes, and Trey's right. Had they turned this into a 2 or 3 month trial instead of what it last?
9, I think.
No, but you're not going to be able to absorb all of that.
No, just remember. I mean, that was one thing at post interviews.
They took notes and they tried to keep up, but you're right. There's no way to just catalog everything that you've heard. Although, once I heard the DNA analysis, and you got Goldman's blood, Nicole's blood, pieces of OJ's hair on Goldman, what really is left? Unless you think the cops were working some kind of frame, and at that point, you 50-50. If the cops didn't like him and they were actually looking to nail him, then you got to let him go.
That's a complicated frame to get his hair and put it on somebody's body. And
even though nobody's ever found the murderer.
Yeah.
Although L.A. stopped looking as soon as they arrested O.J. I don't say anything about the golf course because that was funny 10 years ago. Do we have time to finish news?
Actually, no.
Do we need a break now?
Yes.
Maybe I get Lee Harrison here and we'll boof out something else.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We need a break. We want to stay on schedule. We have.
What's a good thumpy song? Maybe we'll just get Lee to come in and play Thumpy.
No, we don't need Thumpy. No, I don't like Thumpy. Let's just move forward. There's so much to do today.
Oh, what's a good song with a lot of bass?
Superstitious.
Yeah, I like Stevie Wonder.
No, it's just not.
Have him bring the big bass that he actually has to use a dolly for. Bring it in here and stick it in the door.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. No can lefter. It's all natural. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
set, Daniel?
All set.
Go ahead.
All right. Right now in Dallas, 35 southbound at Reunion Arena. It's pretty much a big mess. The two right lanes are closed due to a crash. The backup is all the way to spur 482. And in Mesquite, 30 westbound before you get to Gus Thomason, you have an accident blocking the right lane. That backup goes to northwest. And on the tollway, northbound before Harvest Hill, you have a disabled vehicle blocking the left lane. That backup is down to Royal Lane. And over in Grand Prairie, I-20 westbound at Beltline, you have an accident on the right shoulder. Right now, the backup is to Kernwood. There's your last check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thanks, Dan. All right, another really cold night tonight, down to freezing and below, actually into the 20s in some areas, but 30 for the official overnight low. 62 tomorrow. It's 45 now at Live 105.3.
Anybody want to see Trey load my BB gun pistol?
Oh, God, yeah.
We're going to do the Price is Right with some more Jewish items. When does Hanukkah start? When do my gifts start?
21st, maybe? Somewhere around there?
Thought it was sooner than that.
No. Sorry.
Well, my two holidays are going to overlap because I decided to adopt another one.
Which one are you going to have now?
Kwanzaa.
You can't. Kwanzaa. What is it about Kwanzaa that attracts you?
It's a tribute to blacks and their heritage.
And what day? Is there a specific day?
I believe it's December 26th through January 1st or 2nd.
We get presents every day? I don't know anything.
I do.
You get presents every day being black?
Yes.
Okay. And what, any kind of special gifts?
I'd like a dashika. Do they wear that?
What? Yes.
Want one of those?
I'll look it up and find out what that is. We'll get you a dashika.
What is that?
Dashiki. It's the colorful robes and the hat, like African color.
Okay, gotcha.
I like that.
Oh, okay. I've never seen you wear anything like that.
Almost looks like a really shiny shower curtain.
Okay.
And I want the matching hat.
I'll get you the matching hat.
No, you can't have one without the other.
Okay. Any of the
I don't want to be pointed out by the others.
No, I understand.
I do have good news for you on that front, though, if you want.
On Kwanzaa?
Yes.
Good. Also, I want a hut.
You have a house. But you need a hut.
I want a Kwanzaa hut. I'm not even sure what that is. Sounds like something in the mall.
Yeah.
Good news about what, Dan?
I'm afraid to say now. No, Kwanzaa, it doesn't replace, it's not necessarily a religious holiday, so you can be Christian and celebrate Christmas and do Kwanzaa. So
well, I'm not Christian, I'm going to be Jewish.
I understand. What I'm saying is you can do Hanukkah and you can still do Kwanzaa, even if they overlap.
Okay. What's funny, Trey?
The fact that they overlap.
Oh.
I'm just embracing all the different religions.
I know you are. You're doing very well. Now, do we still buy you a Christmas gift or not this year?
Yes.
We get you a Christmas gift, you get Kwanzaa gifts, and you get Hanukkah gifts.
Right. And then after the holidays, whoever I get the most gifts from, then I'll keep that, and that will decide my religion.
It's going to be like 15 days of gifts.
You can't get Christmas gifts, though.
Why?
Because you're Jewish. You're Jewish, and then you're celebrating Kwanzaa. But Jews don't believe in Christ, therefore they don't celebrate the birth of...
You have the Jews for Jesus.
But they are Christians.
And? They're still Jews.
Okay, but they celebrate Christmas. They've converted to Christianity.
Okay. Well, how can you still be Jewish?
It's kind of once a Jew, always a Jew is basically the Jewish philosophy.
Oh. Okay.
So next month when you become a Jehovah's Witness, you'll be a...
I've decided against that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What?
I don't like the network.
I can see that, Neil.
You want to watch Trey load the BB gun?
Yes, let's do that.
We're going to take Jewish items. We're going to stick them on Alfie's head. We can't hit him with anything because last time he got a detached retina.
I know. You've been hitting him in the back with frozen food.
Well, now we're just going to put it on his head.
And shoot it off his head. Okay, very nice. We have to load the BB gun. This ought to be interesting.
We'll do it at the end of the news.
Okay.
Or am I taking the entire newscast? You ready, Dan?
Yeah.
You want to watch you just try to start with?
Yeah.
All right, Trey. And the Daisy BBs. There you go. There's a cartridge. Load that.
You know what? Move over here. Did we get any in there at all?
Actually, I think some came out.
Hurry up, I'm working with dead air here. Move on.
I don't think you're going to be loading that gun. Okay.
Go ahead, Dan, while he works. All right. A Broward County, Florida Circuit Court judge declared a mistrial yesterday in a landmark tobacco case of a Cooper City widow suing cigarette maker.
Jesus. You don't got any BBs left.
Suing cigarette maker Philip Morris on a wrongful death claim. An expert witness on the second day.
Hey, you're going to have to start over. I'm watching him load.
Okay. A Florida County Circuit Court judge declared a mistrial Thursday in a landmark tobacco case of a Cooper. Really?
Do you ever have times where you're not shaky?
No.
Would it add magic or mystery to the game if we actually let Trey shoot the things off Alfie's head?
Sure to Alfie.
Okay. All right, start again, Dan.
A Broward County Circuit Court judge declared a mistrial Thursday in a landmark tobacco case of a Cooper City widow suing cigarette maker Philip Morris on a wrongful death claim. An expert witness on the second day of the trial used the N-word while explaining his research into a project about racism in the tobacco industry. This according to Gary Page, an attorney for Elaine Hess, the widow of Stuart Hess.
How did he work that into his research information, and why wouldn't you clean that up just for the presentation?
I'm trying to figure that out myself. Robert Proctor, a professor of history of science at Stanford University, triggered the mistrial.
God, Jesus.
I'm almost there.
Are you just dumping them over the cartridge and hoping some get in there?
No, you actually have to pull the cartridge back and slide one BB in at a time.
You're so mean.
How many you got loaded?
Like 3.
All right. Hurry up, Lee Harvey.
Anyway, Robert Proctor triggered the mistrial while explaining that research into the topic cannot be done without using the N-word. He mentioned it within context of his research project, according to the attorney, but the judge felt that the context the jury heard it in was prejudicial and that the jury was hearing about racism by the tobacco industry.
I'm still missing how he decided to work that in and how you played racism into a tobacco lawsuit. Well, they smoke.
A lot of people smoke.
There's an accusation that they targeted minorities.
Oh, the tobacco companies?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. How would you do that?
By studying their smoking patterns and what they're going to like and possibly...
You're going to do that with
any business.
Yeah.
It's called market research.
Well, but they had brands that they considered more African-American friendly, and so to...
I never smoked, so I never heard any of this.
Fine-tune that marketing, like they would do studies as to what's going to make them want it more and more addictive, everything else, and so...
Well, the whole thing is addictive. It's got nicotine in it.
Right.
So what were some of the brands that they were pushing on them?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I read about the...
God. Alfie, I think you're safe.
We're about to die.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay.
Is that the whole story?
Yeah, because they don't explain it as far as
what he actually said.
Well, there was no reason. They could go back and say, well, you know, obviously blacks consume a lot of nicotine products, and that's why he got cancer. Okay, got it. But you don't need to just stop and go, well, smoke. And you can't play it. Well, I got to read it that way in the research. Obviously, you don't because you got a nice mistrial.
No.
What, how much were they actually suing the tobacco company for?
I think this is one of. Let's see if it actually said. It doesn't say exactly how much that this particular woman was going after, but when the Florida Supreme Court in 2006, they overturned a $145 billion jury award against the 5 major cigarette companies. So now everyone's, since that, they're all trying to come through and do it individually.
Oh, they threw out a class action and they're going at them one at a time.
Right.
Okay. I still don't get how you feign ignorance of Well, you knew you were going to get cancer out of it. You knew that. Now, maybe in the 50s, 60s, there was a little more cover-up, and they kept adding nicotine or whatever else is going to draw you.
They did, yes.
But you still know, overall, whether you're drawn to it or it's got more addictive qualities, you still know sucking smoke into your lungs is probably going to do long-term damage.
I've always said that from the beginning. Anybody that brings in any kind of smoke, you don't run into a building that's burning, you don't go into a forest fire, any kind of smoke in your lungs is unnatural. It's going to make you sick.
Yeah, if I got to take a crap one day and my liver comes out, I'm not going to go to Lynchburg and start a civil suit.
No. Again.
I know that's my fault. I drank that. I rotted out whatever it is I have inside. If my jaw falls in my soup from doing skull, again, that's my fault.
And this guy, if I remember the story, he smoked 4 packs a day.
And he continued to smoke while he was on chemo.
Yeah, you got a case.
Plus, you have the other research. They smoke.
No.
All right. How you doing, Trey?
I got like 6.
Almost there. I think it holds 12. Go ahead, Dan.
All right. Speaking of smoking, first came bans in municipal and office buildings, then restaurants and most workplaces. And soon, puffing a cigarette in Dallas bars and billiard halls could likewise go the way of ashtrays in airplanes.
Chloe, you're going to have to look away. Keep going, Dan.
As the Dallas City Council agreed on Wednesday to vote next week on a long-debated expansion of the smoking ordinance. But that's about all they agreed upon. Members remain deeply divided over whether to support the expanded restrictions. Mayor Tom Leppert, Mayor Pro Tem Elba Garcia, and council members Angela Hunt and Ron Natinsky have supported an expansion of the ordinance, primarily touting the health benefits of all workplaces.
Chloe brought this up the other day. Angela Hunt, Dan just mentioned,
was on with us.
That we had on from the city council. I pulled up pictures of her online. She's a piece.
Yeah, I saw a few pictures.
I've never seen her on the news. She flashed on one of the news channels, so I pulled it up online.
It's hot. Pretty cute.
She's pro the smoking ban.
Right. Yeah, because she's
the irony.
Why?
She makes me want to smoke.
Yeah, because when you talked to her, last week before, whatever it was,
right.
Her stance on it, like it said here in the story, was a safe workplace for the employees of the bars and restaurants, which I still say is a load of crap.
It is a load of crap, and I'm not really sure why they're pressing forward with this. The city of Dallas really only has a lot to lose. What are you going to gain? You're not going to have restaurants, chains move to Dallas if they know that smoking is going to be totally cut out.
Not if you can go up the road and have an open one in Irving or wherever else and you can have smoking. You're right. Nope, there's no draw for Dallas.
So now you're not going to have restaurants, bars, bingo parlors. They're not going to open up in Dallas. So you're going to lose money as far as the tax base goes.
And it's one thing because even the...
Trey, you got that loaded?
I got like 8.
How long we got, Chloe?
We got 6 minutes.
You better hurry. Go ahead.
I was going to say the story we read the other day. Part of this...
Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, okay. Part of this new smoking ordinance would include patios at bars. So then you would have to actually leave the bar and smoke out front and then come back inside. When most people aren't going to do that, you're just going to go to Addison where they'll still let you smoke.
Yeah, and Angela Hunt, she's taken a huge risk because her district is one of the most Greenville.
Is what?
Is Greenville Avenue.
Uptown, Greenville Avenue.
Yeah. Where lots of smoking happens in Dallas.
All right, I got this loaded. All right, keep reading while you get Alfie in here. Alfie, come in here.
Other council members have criticized the proposed expansion as an infringement on personal or business rights. One person called it communistic. Next Wednesday, the council is scheduled to vote on a yet-to-be-finalized ordinance that officials say will include banning smoking in bars, billiard halls, and within 15 feet of the entrances.
I would still give them the option. You got a restaurant, you want smoking in there, stick a wall straight down the center of it. You got smoking, you got non. Let the employees decide which side they want to work on, and also see which side brings in the most revenue.
That'd be a really very interesting test to do that. Kind of expensive, but a good test. And obviously the city has to come in and go, okay, we have to test the ventilation in the side to make sure all the smoke really goes out.
So you're going to make all these people that set up shop in Dallas, that invested all the cash, got investors, and now you change the rules on them midstream, and they're going to suffer because people are going to go to the outlying areas. Unless you've got an agreement with all the different cities, you're going to have some type of reciprocity as far as no smoking. Unless you can come to that, they're going to get screwed.
It just seems like sometimes the Dallas City Council just works on making Dallas a hard place to open businesses. Look at that.
I really thought Leopard would get away. Stick a stool over there that Alfie can sit on. Go ahead.
I went by the Arlington Stadium the other day, and I thought again, they let that get away.
Don't. Laura Miller, no, don't.
Laura, I know.
But the city's going to get sued. Because
Which city?
Dallas.
For?
Because there are a lot of businesses that went to spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to create, like there's a restaurant called Javier's. They had a cigar bar. They had to go through and separate their cigar bar from the total different ventilation, address, everything. And he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars doing it because he played by the new rules of...
And then they yanked it off.
And now they're going to yank it again.
I thought cigar bars specifically were going to be exempt in this.
Cigar bars and tobacco shops will be able to operate status quo.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Well, why would cigar bars be any different than... Don't they have nicotine in them?
Yeah, I think.
It's still smoke. Somebody else is still going to suck in somebody else's vapors.
That's a really good question. I don't know why they gave them an exemption. Because cigar bar I used to go to, they had alcohol there too.
All right. How long we got, Chloe?
About 3 minutes.
Okay. We can do this quickly. Dan, you want to go over there and set each item on Alfie's head?
Yeah.
Alfie, let me hear your mic.
Check.
Okay. We all ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. And... First item up for bid is the bar mitzvah troll. Is this the same one we hit somebody with last time?
Yeah.
All right. We are pretty certain most bar mitzvah girls would not want this hairstyle on their special day, but this adorable troll sure doesn't mind. It's 6 inches tall, Alfie. Come within $1 without going over.
Turn around, look at that on his head. Just look at it.
$4.99.
Actual retail price is $9.95. Hold still. All right.
Let the troll.
I wish we could put a new car on his head. The next item up for bid is the pewter challah tray. The pewter, or is it challah? Probably challah. The pewter challah tray is inscribed in the center of the platter with the Hebrew verse, Sabah Kodesh.
What does that mean?
I don't know, something Jewish.
Okay.
All right, Alfie, come within $5 without going over.
$14.99.
Actual retail price is $55.
Oh, jeez.
Put your hand down. Put it down. Love being Jewish. Okay. And the next item up for bid is the Mazel Tov balloons.
Very nice.
These assorted plastic Mazel Tov balloons make an ideal gift for the kids. The images and memories of childhood remain with us throughout our lives. The formative years of innocence, our constant stream of vitality. Doesn't make any sense about balloons. All right, Alfie, it's a pack of 50. Come within $2 without going over.
$1.99.
Actual retail price is $23.
Oh, man. Got it.
Hang on, there's two.
Shooting Tex.
Try again. Okay. I don't know if I want this music. Oh, whatever.
Well, the fields of Denmark.
The next item up for bid is the Turkey Hebrew alphabet puzzle. This is a 27-centimeter turkey-shaped Hebrew alphabet puzzle. The Hebrew alphabet is the basis of all Jewish knowledge. Every Jewish boy and girl should have the opportunity of being able to master this alphabet in a fun way with a Turkey Hebrew alphabet puzzle. All right, Alfie, come within $2 without going over.
$15.
Actual retail price is $19.99. Oh, that's right. Dan, that's going to fall off. Try it again.
You're good.
Love puzzles. All right. Anybody bored with this?
No.
Okay. The next item up for bid is the Jerusalem Tobacco Box.
What?
This is a tobacco box decorated with images from Jerusalem for use on all Jewish holidays. Traditionally, many activities are avoided on this Shabbat, especially by Orthodox Jews, to allow one of the focus. I don't know what that means. Come within $5 without going over, Alfie.
$24.99.
Actual retail price is $28. Turn to the left just a little. I'm good at this.
Yeah, apparently.
The next item up for bid is the Matzah Man electronic handheld game.
What?
Matzah Man.
Oh, that's right.
Press his buttons and enjoy electronic on-screen action and sound. Try your luck at 9 games. Dragon Ball, block shooting, pinball, Space Invader, car racing, Frog-a-Log, Bite the Dust, and the super A Brick Game. All right, Alfie, come within $2 without going over.
$14.99.
Actual retail price, $14.99.
Wow, there you go.
How we doing, Chloe?
Breaking blank.
Dan, jump ahead to the oil.
What?
Oil?
Next item up for bid is the Christian gift of virgin olive oil.
Oh.
This 55-milliliter bottle of olive oil comes directly from Galilee. It makes for a wonderful symbolic gift for someone close to your heart. Use it as an inspiration for closeness to heaven when praying, or keep nearby to inspire feeling of divine protection.
Good work.
All right, Alfie, come within $1 without going over.
$12.99.
Actual retail price is $9.99.
Allie, move your hand down, Alfie. Hand down. There.
Close your eyes.
Oh. Mm-hmm. That, hang on. You're a little wiggly bastard, you know it?
I'm sorry.
You got some kind of condition?
Shut it.
All right.
Stop moving. Nice.
Didn't break.
No, it's thick glass.
Put it back on his head, Dan.
All right.
No, you already shot it.
Can I try?
Oh, dear God. There's no.
Let me see if there are any BBs left. Yeah, it's 5 or 6. There you go. It's ready to go.
Okay.
Excuse me just a second.
Get up off the floor. Everybody's down.
Quit moving it. Quit moving.
Well, is he done?
I don't know. There's one way to fix an attached retina.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
All right, Daniel, what else you got?
Actually, I got an email I wanted to read to you. Russ, I can't believe you would stoop so low as to say that all lesbians go to heaven. That's just funny to read.
I don't remember saying that.
Yes, you did.
Read the rest of it.
It specifically says in the Bible that homosexuality is against God, and I can't even repeat what you said about the pearly gates of heaven.
I don't know what I said.
It's in the Weekend Review if you're curious. It's cut number 16. It's amazing how you can disrespect religion and get away with it, but Don Imus disrespects a basketball team and gets fired. I don't know how you do it. I can't stand you.
I can't find it. 16?
16.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's angels. Let's keep going in.
Oh, angels go to heaven. When was this?
It was yesterday, into the show.
Okay. They're hot. They want to show off their bodies, and they know that we would like to. Okay, we're talking about the Victoria's Secret show that was on a couple nights before. You've got protests because they're saying it's sexist and it
demeans women,
objectifies.
Yes,
it does. We want to look at them. We want to look at women in their underdrawers.
By definition, it's making an object of a woman. Yeah.
All right. Let's see what he says here.
Yeah,
see it.
It's only degrading for ugly women.
There you go. That's the answer.
Nobody can look like that. That's fantasy. That's a world that nobody can live in.
They manage. It's what you just said. Who walks around in high heels and the angel wings? You should. Your man would come home.
Yeah, if you get a body that deserved wings instead of horns, maybe I'd want to come to the house. Yeah. Pitchfork, bitch. I guess good.
I like him.
Spend less time complaining, more time doing crunches, bitch. Come on.
Elliptical. Get on one. Then maybe you earn your wings.
Velvet ring.
What's right?
How come they don't, object to Sunday afternoon football games or Monday night football when you have cheerleaders in tight-ass outfits dancing and parading around?
Because technically it's not their underwear. And that's what Victoria's Secret sells, is underwear.
It's also
it should be on television all the time because they're angels with high heels and thongs.
No.
And you can also go back and look at the demos. I don't have it for this show, but a good portion of the audience is women.
Absolutely.
Women look at that, and it's not ones that are twisted. Amy wanted to watch it last night. She just wanted to look at all the different fashions that were out. I couldn't sit through that because I knew I was going to blow on my fish. Hey, women look at that. Women like to look at other women. Women eat.
I know they do.
The ones that go to heaven do.
You think God's going to leave those lovely women out?
You get up to the pearly gates. You ever eat? No. And there's another reason to lead a life of purity, knowing that you could go to heaven, watch a bunch of angels doing scissors.
Now I can't eat my dinner.
How do you think them gates got pearly? Wasn't directly what I meant.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't say all lesbians go to heaven.
Lesbians.
That sounds like some Disney movie.
I think so.
I just said women that watch these. Women also make up a good portion of the audience that watches the Victoria shows or anything else with a lot of sex in it.
Sure. Even all the beauty pageants are traditionally about 70% women watching.
And they're not watching just because they hate them. No. They like to look at it, and they also appreciate the female form just like we do.
You're correct.
And sometimes...
What?
Women wouldn't mind having some of that furry bull.
Probably. Most women, I'd say, they say, statistically, more than 60% of women have either thought about it or tried it. They have a fantasy of it. A lot of them don't do it, don't get an opportunity to.
Well, when you go to heaven, here's the big furry bull.
No. No, they don't have to.
Look at that. It must be that weak.
No.
Red Bull gives you weakness.
There goes that sponsorship.
Took me a while to work that one out. Okay. You ready to finish news, Dan?
Sure.
What's the matter, Trey?
Nothing.
Enjoying yourself?
Absolutely.
It's a good show.
It is.
All right. 6:40, Dan O'Malley's here with more news.
Bitch just flew away.
All right. Lost Chuck.
I'm surprised he got it. That'll move kind of fast, even for me.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Wade Phillips has said yesterday running back Marion Barber did not practice and may not be ready for Sunday's game against the Steelers. He suffered a dislocated pinky toe on Thanksgiving Day. And linebacker DeMarcus Ware practiced most of the session on Thursday and is expected to play on Sunday. Ware suffered a hyperextended knee in the win against Seattle on Thanksgiving. So right now, Barber is doubtful for Sunday's game.
What? Don't. Just let that one lay there.
I got nothing else to say.
I bet you do.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, the fact that Barber's out, Trey, the line that you got on the Cowboy games, who are they playing?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's favored by 4. Did that change the line at all? That Barber's out?
It'll change Sunday if it really looks like he's not going to play.
And what's wrong with him? I missed it. I was still thinking about Red Bull.
Dislocated pinky toe.
Pinky toe?
Yeah.
He's out because of that.
He's doubtful because of that.
Do you use that a lot when you run?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. No offense, then. Go ahead.
All right. Jennifer Aniston recently bared her soul to Vogue magazine, but now pics of the former Friends sensation bearing her bod could be illegally making their way onto millions of men's computers as a 2009 desktop calendar.
You say legally or illegally?
Illegally.
Okay.
While seeing pictures of the wholesome, fresh-faced Aniston in the calendar are bound to make the workday a little easier, come November next year, we doubt too many guys will be focusing on their task at hand. That month features the upcoming Marley and Me starlet bra free beneath a steam of running water.
Do we have the pictures?
Yes. This is the picture for November from the calendar.
Oh, I've seen that one before. That's been on the internet for a couple of years.
Oh, has it really?
Yeah, she's at a waterfall wearing...
I guess
wearing a top that's opaque and you can see everything.
I guess somebody stole it and is actually making a calendar out of it without giving her permission.
Is that the only picture?
These are other ones that have been circulating forever. That one.
I've seen that one. That's the movie she did with Vince Vaughn.
The Breakup.
Yeah. This is one. This is kind of pixelated.
Those are my favorite kind of nipples.
Yes.
Little round, little thing on the end.
Yeah, those are good ones.
I'll get your wings.
Most of them have that. Those are kind of pixelated, but those are the ones that shot in her backyard that time that she got in trouble with.
That's right. Well, you're sitting outside. You know the paparazzi. There were a bunch of squirrels. Why would you be outside at any point in time nude?
I guess you figure your backyard's your one place you can go if you have high fence and you got security, which you know she does.
You also know that they're all weasels and they're going to get pictures one way or the other, especially if you're naked.
That would so suck to be that level of stardom. Granted, the money.
You know what? Maybe she wants the pictures taken. Why else would you run that risk?
I suppose.
And she's this picture from The Breakup. She's naked there. They cropped it out, so when you saw the movie, it was right above her nipples.
Right.
But this one was taken by somebody on the cast.
It's good. Did you let that go?
Huh?
Put it down.
Let the man enjoy himself.
Well, we have other things to get to. It's radio. Nobody else can see that.
Screw them. All right, there. Take that.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Dan.
The highest court in Massachusetts has ruled that a Rastafarian man who refused to shave his beard or cut his hair to comply with Jiffy Lube's employee grooming policy can take his religious discrimination case to trial.
What's funny now?
Just Jiffy Lube.
The Supreme Judicial Court on
Normally,
Tuesday.
that's just not something you see when you go in and get your oil changed.
No? What?
Just a Rastafarian. Hey, Mom.
No, not all the time.
I need oil change? No, everything's Irie.
Better red stripe.
God.
How about a red stripe in your car?
No, we don't need a red stripe. Am I the only one in here not drinking?
Usually, yes.
Okay.
So the court on Tuesday reversed a decision by a Superior Court judge who had dismissed Bobby Brown's lawsuit against Jiffy Lube. Brown worked as a technician.
Oh, man, your car's smoking.
No. Stop.
Oh, no, that's me.
Yeah.
It seemed like he would want to cut his hair just for safety reasons. Because things get caught up in things.
It wasn't a big deal. They made him sit in the lower bays. So they didn't fire him. They just said, you're going to be that way. If you're going to look like that, go downstairs.
Well, how did he initially get the job without having to cut his hair?
They
What? Read the story.
Okay. Brown worked as a tech at Jiffy Lube. After the company began a new grooming policy in 2002, Brown told management that his religion does not permit him to shave or cut his hair. So they instituted the policy after he already worked there.
Well, then they blew it. They're going to have to let him have whatever he has. Sure. I don't know how long his hair is or what he looks like.
It's your business. You can decide what your people look like.
If they hired him and there was no grooming policy in place, and really, why would you have one at Jiffy Lube?
Well, because everybody has a customer service look they want.
Everybody's covered in oil.
Well, they're not all covered in oil.
It's a lube place.
I know, but they have...
Everybody at my shop's covered in oil.
I'll stop. Why? I mean, normally...
We're working on cars.
Oil doesn't go everywhere.
Sometimes things happen.
Well, only at your place.
Obviously, they're going to have to eat that. How much is he suing them for?
It doesn't give any sort of money amount.
Okay.
He's just saying on religious policy or religious beliefs, he shouldn't have to groom himself.
Yeah. Now, if it was in place before he got hired, yeah. We've got a grooming policy at Jiffy Lube.
Well, it's kind of funny.
Thank you. All right, go ahead, Dan.
All right. Earlier this year, 46-year-old Leroy Le Gallet of Guernsey, an island between England and France, was sentenced to 3 years of probation after he got busted having sex with a horse.
What kind of horse?
What does it matter what kind of horse? It's a horse. One with legs and a tail. He goes, that kind.
A horny horse?
No, it wasn't a horny horse.
I'm just asking. God. What is the attraction of horses?
I don't know. You heard this all the time.
You got the story from a couple of years ago that some guy died because he let a horse get up in his rump.
That one I don't get at all. That's so unbelievable.
How do you think that's going to fit?
Yeah, and he got torn and bled to death.
And you really don't know if that horse is going to be gentle.
It's probably not going to be.
Well, how did that turn into the big hangout for anal horse bumping?
I don't know. That one farm, that's where people...
And how do you entice the horse into your hoot?
I don't think you have to a whole lot. You just get
a carrot shoving out the end of it?
No, just get underneath them, I think, and just sort of go, here it is.
I don't know why a horse would look at that and go, well, okay, yeah, that looks like a good place to rest this
thing. A horny horse will do a lot of crazy things.
And you're getting that from what?
Just the fact that there's a farm that attracts people from all over the country, where was that guy with the horse? Never, doesn't matter. The people come from all over, and obviously the horse services them on a regular basis.
They had to train the horse extensively to do that.
Yeah, I don't believe that that's something that just comes naturally in the equestrian family. And I really don't know how you think you're going to be able to survive that, especially if the horse is got a tear.
Yeah, it just moves a little bit. You're dead.
What are you laughing at, Dan?
Just what the ad in the paper would look like for that job posting. Horse fluffer needed.
Yeah, horses are violent when they F.
Well, what?
I can't believe this conversation.
Well, let's stop and reflect on what we've learned today. We need a break.
Yeah, because I feel smart.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
Break it down.
It's like hanging out with your buddies each afternoon. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Hi, Johnny.
Hi, Russ. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Yeah. What do we have this week from the Dallas Animal Services?
Yes, very good. 2 dogs and a kitty. And the kitten here is Millie, and she is a red tabby, which is kind of unusual for a red tabby to be a female. You see more males. She is 10 weeks old. She's already spayed. I trimmed her nails. She's all ready to go home.
Well, there's no comedy in trim nails.
Well,
why is it unusual for a female tabby?
It's just something in nature that most red tabbies are males. but there are some females, but they're few and far between. And she's a beautiful red tabby.
How old is she?
She's 10 weeks old. Still a baby.
Okay.
And our dogs are...
Where are the dogs? Okay.
Donut is the little Westie. Not sure why that's his name, but he's about 1 year old. He's a Westie mix.
I can tell you why his name's Donut. Why? He keeps sniffing the a-hole of that other dog.
Well, maybe that's why. I don't think so. I don't think that's the reason, but...
Yo, Krispy Kreme went bad.
He was going to call me Starfish.
Donut is what kind of dog?
He is a Westie mix, and he is a really cute little guy.
Does he actually know his name, or you guys named him Donut when he started sniffing holes?
For whatever reason, they named him Donut. And he's been at the shelter for about 3 weeks. I don't know why, because he's so cute, he's friendly, he's good with other dogs. And he's just a little guy. He's probably, what,
he seems pretty
15 pounds or 12?
I'd say maybe 10.
Yeah. Is that you or him?
It's him.
It's him.
He's got cute little perked up ears. And
he's not really sniffing me now. Maybe it's because it's the wrong end.
No. I'll hold him. You turn around.
Hey. Man, I love it in the morning. These are fresh.
No.
You still see the steam.
And moving right along, our next dog is Waylon. Waylon and Madam, as JD said, or Waylon Jennings, whatever. He's about 9 months old, and he is a beautiful Spaniel Lab mix. But he's pretty much full grown at about 35 pounds.
He doesn't look like he weighs that much. I'm sure you weigh him. But...
No, well, I didn't. And I don't have that information. I'm just guessing. Maybe 30 pounds.
I don't know.
Sweet as can be, too.
Yeah, very friendly. We're just loving all over Trey in there. Great with a little dog, and just lots of energy, lots of...
I'm great with anybody that smells my hole.
It's the little Yorkie thing that there's the whole smell.
Westie.
Whatever. But what does this one sniff? What's his name?
Waylon. And, he wasn't born with that name, so that could easily be changed. But.
Well, yeah. Most mothers don't do that. Okay.
So we have Waylon, Millie, and Donut. And all from Dallas Animal Services.
What's he doing now?
Millie's back up on Donut.
Back at the home.
No, Millie is the kitten.
I don't care. I'm talking about the dog smelling holes.
Oh.
Donut.
Okay, is that all you got?
That's it.
Okay, well, they were quite entertaining. Get them out of here.
DallasAnimalServices.com.
That it?
I was making it fast, yes.
Okay.
Or a link from RussMartin.com.
I don't think it's on there, but it's DallasAnimalServices.com.
Yeah, it has been.
Okay, well, then it's on there.
Okay, that's what I said.
Okay, bye.
I believe I said that. Bye.
All right. Thanks,
Bye.
sir.
Thank you.
That was Jose.
Bye, Jose.
Bye.
All right. Anything else before we go?
Okay.
Hey, Trey, go get Lee Harris. We'll play Footloose again at the end of the show.
Okay. Come on.
Chuck, you can play if you want as well.
It's a great show.
Okay. Anything else, Dan?
Was there anything from Week in Review you wanted to revisit?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I talk about.
You need morale.
You gotta play the I don't know what cut it is, but it's a cut about the sermon.
Oh, you were talking about JD's prayer cloth, and you went Ezekiel on his ass.
Jesus. I went what?
Ezekiel on his ass.
Do you know what cut that is?
Yeah, it is. Where did it go? Cut number 7.
How long is that? Because that was a long sermon.
It was. I had tried chopping some of it down, but it was all too good. It's about 2.5. You can jump into the middle of it if you want.
Okay. And JD, you still haven't gotten anything back from the Apostle Don Stewart Green prayer cloth.
I sent the $10 back, and we'll see what comes back now. Maybe I'll get the prayer cloth.
If you sent $2 initially and another $10, you're still not going to get it back.
You have no clue how this works.
The entire deal was supposed to be he's going to send you a free prayer cloth. You get it. You pray on it. You tell the Reverend the Stewart what you want. You send it back. He's supposed to anoint it. You get it back. You didn't get nothing back. All you got was an envelope with more cash.
I got it. The first time, it'll come back this time. I'll put more cash in there.
Okay.
It'll come back this week.
I can just jump to the middle of this?
Yeah, you'd be fine.
Cheap ass sent $2, expected $10 million back. Yeah. You sent God $2. Eyes on the blower of God.
Oh, you want on the blower?
His name's Earl.
Oh.
I asked him, I was ready. was ready to pay for you to fill your needs. He asked me how much money you sent. I told him $2. He said, "That man, you forget about your miracle."
I wouldn't say that.
You start checking the mailbox, voicemail, answer machine, email, text messages, voicemail, postcard, wide ram, no telegraph, Morse code, smoke signals, hand gestures, CB radio, shortwave, long wave. It ain't coming.
Man, good. Still, $2 is still a seed.
Now for $2.
Well, you give me a miracle worth 10.
I'm not down. God is not just going to give you a miracle just to show that He exists. That's evil.
That's not evil.
That's the epitome of evil.
Send whatever I want.
You trying to drag down the rest of my brothers who actually give God money.
Oh, my Lord.
And the path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil man. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers.
Pretty sure this is where you get shot.
All right, we go. Chuck, give me a level.
Oh, Lord. Lee.
All right. Dan, you ready with the plugs?
All set.
Hang on.
It's loud. Great.
Hang on a second. All right, Lee, give me a level on your bass. Here we go. Dan, go ahead.
All right. For more information on the Russ Martin Show, including pictures, videos, and more, just go to russmartin.com. To answer any questions you may have about the show, go to russmartin.info. To email the show and during the show only, send that to studio@russmartin.com. Other show websites, johndavidryan.com, danomalley.com, djclo.net, and treytrenholm.com. The official caterer of the show is Sugar Babies Barbecue. Their website, sugarbabiesbbq.com. The official liquor store of the show is Majestic Fine Wine and Spirits. Their website, majesticliquors.com. The official airline is Southwest Airlines. Their website, southwest.com. And the official site for Live 105.3 is live1053.com. And quick reminder, SEC Championship game and the Big 12 Championship game on Live 105.3 tomorrow.
All right, here's my break. All right, see you guys Monday. See you, bye. Leave your headphones on.
No. Oh, hey. Also, too, can I plug my appearance tonight? Appearance tonight, Boomer Jacks, Mid-Cities.
You're throwing me off.
Central at Bedford. Come drink cold beer with me. Ronnie, Bruce.
Come on.
You can now listen to The Russ Martin Show anytime you want on the web at russmartin.info.
Russ Martin Show.